Chatfield Community Television, CCTV, in cooperation with Chatfield Public Schools and the Minnesota State High School League, present Chatfield Gopher Football. Tonight the Gophers kick off the Section 1 AA playoffs as the number 2 seed Gophers host number 7 Pine Island Panthers. You see the overall records there, Chatfield 5-3, Pine Island 1-7. And I'm Eric Rain along with Ken Jacobson, and it's the first night of playoffs for the lower 3 sections, correct?
I think everybody starts tonight.
Okay.
I think everybody starts tonight, and they are. It's a beautiful night. We've got a little wind.
Low wind.
But the temperature isn't as bad as it was last Tuesday when we did the game down at Fillmore Central. It doesn't seem to be as cold, or biting cold, as it say.
Yeah.
But this is the kind of time of year where you play no matter what, and you take what you get, and you go out and do your best, and it's win or go home is what it boils down to. And it's a lot of fun, a lot of intensity, a lot of a lot of things that you got to prepare for. You're in a short time frame. You have the game tonight. If you win, you got to prepare by Saturday, and then you win that, you got to prepare for that Friday. So it's 3 games in a week, almost a little less than 2 weeks. So it's a tough deal. It's a battle of attrition, really. Those who can get by without injuries and so on are the ones that do pretty well.
And for the Gophers, if you notice the last couple of weeks, they've had some injuries earlier in the season, and now they're getting some of those kids back. And now you've got those kids that filled in for them with experience and all that stuff. But here's a quick look at the Three Rivers Conference standings. The South Division, Caledonia was 5-0. They won the South Division. Fillmore Central, Southland, and Chatfield all 3-2. Kingsland 1-4, and Rushford a rare 0-5 for Rushford Peterson.
Very rare.
And the overall records for the South Division, Caledonia, that one loss to Plainville, Jamilville. Fillmore Central and Southland 6-2. Chatfield 5-3, Kingsland 3-5, and Rushford 2-6. In the North Division, Plainview 4-0 as they won the North. Lewiston 3-1, St. Charles 2-2, Dovriota 1-3, and Wabasha Kellogg 0-4. And their overall Plainview undefeated on the year at 8-0. Lewiston Altura 4-4, St. Charles 2-6, Dovriota and Wabasha 1-7, and Plainview 8-0. And I think they did not get the number 1 seed in their subsection. We'll see that in a little bit as he goes through all section 1A, 2A. Here's 1A. 1 seed Blooming Prairie takes on number 8 Medford tonight. Number 4, Goodhue hosts Kingsland, the number 5 seed. Fillmore Central hosts number 7, Rushford Peterson, and the number 3 seed Southland takes on number 6 seeded Bethlehem Academy. In AA, Caledonia hosts Dovriota. Lewiston hosts Winona Cotter in the 4-5 game. Chatfield tonight here playing Pine Island. And number 3 Zimbrota Mazeppa hosts number 6 St. Charles. And there's that tough 3A Section 1 as number 1 Rochester Lourdes hosts number 8 La Crescent, number 4 Byron hosts number 5 Stewartville. Plainview, the number 2 seed, hosts Cannon Falls, and number 3 Cassamanerville takes number 6 Lake City on tonight. And I wouldn't want to pick any of those top 4 seeds who's going to make it out of there. Lourdes is good, but they've had some close games this year, and you never know. So that's what playoff football is all about.
Their game last Wednesday night with Crescent was 1 point. They were behind by 21 points at one time. The Stewartville beat Lourdes, and so did. That's the only loss they had was to Stewartville.
Yep.
Cassamanerville got beat by Cannon Falls.
Yeah.
So that's a tough one. Byron and Stewartville, everybody's got a shot at it.
Yeah, it's a stacked Section 1 3A.
Yeah.
And maybe take a little closer look tonight for the team comparisons. As you see, Pine Island stats on the left, Chatfield on the right. Offensive yards per game, not that much of a difference, but the defensive yards per game, wow.
That's a lot of difference.
And points per game scored, and again, Pine Island only 145 scored on the year to 336 against, and that's going to give you 1-7.
Yeah.
So on Chatfield, a little bit closer there, plus 17 on the point differential. There's, I think it's 158 against and 175 for.
Yeah.
So pass complete percentage. Pine Island, they run that 1 back, 4 wide receiver set, so obviously their passing game better be good if that's what they're going to attack you with. And then the turnovers, both teams needed a little bit more help in that category this year, but Pine Island -7, Chatfield -4. So there you see the team comparisons. And Chatfield tonight just needs to take care of the ball. Here's the Pine Island starting offense. Starting at left tackle, number 54, Brian Horley. Left guard, number 64, Alex Gallard. Senior center, Josh Gutzmer, number 51. Senior right guard, number 52, Steven Anderson. Right tackle, senior, number 55, Josh Torkelson. Number 39, the tight end, senior Dylan Thornton. Thornton. Wide receiver, senior, number 32, Logan Hauser. Bryce Croson, number 1, the wide receiver, he's a senior. And the guy to watch out for, he said he made it to the finals in track last year in the 100 meters, a lot of speed, number 22, Trevor Atkinson, he's a senior wide receiver. The tailback, Austin McGee, number 10, he's a senior. And the quarterback, number 4, Marcus Frick, also a senior. So a lot of seniors there for Pine Island on both sides of the ball, looks like. You want to go through the defense?
Yeah, defense, a lot of the people who are going there, a lot of them going both ways. That's Horley, Lambert, and Rube, and Gillard are the down linemen. They're in the forefront. The linebackers are Gutzmer, Thornton, McGee, and they are the 3 linebackers. They're in the 43. And then you got Schmidt, Akeson, Cookson, and Hauser are the defensive backs. Schmidt, Akeson are the cornerbacks. Cookson is a strong safety, and Hauser is a free safety. So they're basically in a cover 2 almost all the time. The coaches are Tom Cranbeer. I just talked to his dad. He was a coach before, back when they were playing, Jeff and Tom. Rob Meinhardt, Jordan Basie, Rob Warnicki, and Scott Romans is the coaching staff. Chatfield offense, you want to go ahead with that?
Sure. Starting for the Gophers at left tackle, sophomore Brandon Adler. Left guard, Mark Neppel, number 64. Starting center, Jamie LaPlante, number 55. Jeremy Beneke, the right guard, number 52. Number 79, Tyler Lund at right tackle. Tight end, Matt Salerno, number 19. Wide receivers, Jesse Julian, number 12, and Jake Peterson, number 20. The fullback, number 29, Justin Viss. The tailback, Jake Nice, number 6, and your starting quarterback, Nate Scary, number 8. A little bit different there. Some sophomores and juniors in the mix, a little bit more than Pine Island, but they've been playing well all year long for the Gophers.
They've been there all the time. So.
Yep, so no surprises there.
The defense here, Tyler Lund, Jeremy, he had a great game at Fenimore Central, by the way. Jeremy Beneke at nose guard and Cody Rubel at defensive end. And then the strong safety is Jake Peterson. Dakota Martin's the inside linebacker. Justin Viss is the middle linebacker. Nick Peterson's the inside linebacker. Mitch Narvison's an outside linebacker. And then you got Jake Nice, Grover, and Julian. Tyler Grover and Julian are the cornerbacks and safeties. So they're going to be in a cover 3, deep safety on the deal. Free safety is that strong safety. Chatfield coaching staff is Jeff Johnson, Tom Bance, Josh Burhow, and Dan Hurley. Game officials are Larry Berlin, Pete Wyan, Herman Meyer, Paul Berland, and Dave Uskard.
As they're getting set for the national anthem here.
I'd like to take this time to say hi to my, first of all, my wife. Our 47th wedding anniversary is Monday. So we said hi to her. She's allowed me to do a lot of this stuff, coaching and this type of stuff, I guess. But anyway, I'd like to say hi, take this time to say hi to my daughter, Jenny, and her husband, Mark, and Tyne, and their kids go to Pine Island. My oldest granddaughter is a senior. She had a great soccer season. And our next oldest granddaughter is Abby, and she's a junior. and then my grandson Peyton, who just started organized football as far as high school in 7th grade. So hey, say hi to all those people out there.
And congratulations on the anniversary. They say behind every great man is a great woman. So
that's right.
As we get set for the coin toss here, captains for the Gophers are Salerno, Lund, Beneke, and Narvesen as they walk out. And one thing I'm interested to see tonight, as you saw the starting defense, Chatfield usually runs a 5-3, and tonight they drop back Jake Peterson and have 2 safeties.
Well, that's because they run
that 4 wide receiver set, and I'm curious to see if what kind of passing game, because I watched the last couple of weeks, Tyler Lund and Jeremy Beneke and Rubel have really been getting a good pass rush on for the Gophers. So I'm wondering if they're going to try and throw it a little deeper, if they're going to do that quick passing route and see if the dink and dunk down the field. I haven't seen them play, so.
Yeah, I haven't either. I haven't seen them. What I've heard is and reading the papers, it appears to me that it isn't so much offensively. They've been able to put some points against teams, even good teams. They were ahead of Lourdes. Pine Island they were ahead of Lourdes in the 3rd quarter. But they just defensively, they haven't been able to hold people out, as it shows on that team statistics that show. Yeah. But when you in this kind of weather, you've got to be able to run the football, and I don't know if they're going to come out with that four back. I've heard they even run empty backfield. They ghost the backfield and they go to 5 wide receivers. And so, biggest thing is I always felt when we played that kind of team that if we could get somebody in the gap, that stretches out their offensive line. We get somebody in the gap, we take a chance. They're going to have to get that ball all off early, and. To me, it's too many times you're 3 and out. But it's what you got to do with what your team is able to do is what I always figured. And so it's a tough team. It's a tough type of offense to defend if you aren't able to cover the pass very well.
Yeah, and looks like the Gophers are going to kick off. So we'll see what Pine Island's offensive attack is right away. One thing about the Gophers' defense, they have a lot of speed all over the field, from linebackers, safeties, and Jeremy Beneke. He's been on the 4x1 and 4x2 relay the last few years. So for a nose tackle, he's awful fast. So
that's what I like, that kind of nose guard. This what they call a 3-5, and your outside linebackers are defensive ends. They just drop them off, put them in a 3 technique or a 5 technique. But anyway, they played pretty well. They played really well, I thought, in the second half against Fillmore Central.
Yep. The only thing I'm waiting to see too is if Pine Island watch the tape and if they try the direct snap play to the halfback in the backfield, because that was the one play that the Falcons seemed to have some success against Olstead. And I'm sure Coach Johnson addressed that this week, and they're gonna, But for the Panthers, again, it's number 22. He's their offense. It seems like on even rushing and passing statistics. So
Austin McGee, I've heard too, is a pretty good running back. But again, their league is a little bit bigger school, so we'll see how that matches up.
And there's the kickoff, and it's going to be all the way into the end zone for a touchback as Lund with a big boom.
Yeah, and he's been doing that pretty regularly since about the 2nd game of the season. He's been booming to the end zone. So, of course, he got a little bit of a backwind on that deal too. So it'll be interesting to see how they come out in their offense and how Chatfield matches up. Like I said, the first half Pine Island's been able to do some damage against some pretty good teams. So we'll see.
As you said, McGee is their number 1 rusher. He has 474 yards on 448 yards on 82 attempts this year, and Atkinson has 237 on 82 attempts. So there's their top 2 rushers, and they go to number 39.
33.
Carried by number 39.
39.
Dylan Thornton, who's listed as a tight end, but he lined up in the backfield, and already a Panther down on the field. As we'll see that, but leading receiver this year was the number 22 Trevor Atkinson. He had 51 catches for 465 yards, and they had 2 guys, McGee and Hauser, had 225 yards receiving. So a couple good receivers there for him. And then their quarterback is Marcus Frick, who's just over 1,200 yards passing this year. So good season for him.
He's played. I think this is his 2nd year. He played quite a bit last year as a junior. And this offense is the kind of offense that a lot of people like to go to, but it's just takes such a refined type of offensive skill that sometimes is a little difficult for a lot of high schools to run. But we've got an injured player. It looks to me like they're working with his knee a little bit.
I haven't seen it. That's 54.
Is that Horley or Hurley?
Horley, senior offensive lineman.
Yeah.
And we'll see here I've got 3 different sheets. Yeah, the junior number 57, Brad Walter, would be the backup at that left tackle position. So if you're going to pass the ball, your left tackle's kind of a
blind side.
That's your blind side. So Marcus Frick better
be ready.
Better be ready. Yeah. But they give the new left tackle some help line the tight end, number 39, Thornton, over there. So. And there's another run. This is McGee this time. He goes to the left. And he's brought down nice tackle by number 29, Justin Vissen. No surprise there. He's all over the field out of that linebacker position for the Gophers.
He had a great game, we thought, anyway, up where we were at Fillmore Central. And I don't think he's had too many bad games. He's had some games where he wasn't as involved. But, boy, I tell you what, he was playing full tilt last Wednesday night.
He's someone as offensive on the other side. You better plan around him because he's going to get there.
Yeah.
And that'll bring up third and about 4 yards for the Panthers. And they got 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 left. Chatfield. They throw to the single side, but it's going to be hit as he threw, I think. I think there's a little bit of pressure there, and that pass goes in the dirt, so it'll be 4th down. Let's see if we get a replay.
I don't know if we'll get a replay with that. It looks to me like he got nipped a little bit just right when he went to throw, because the ball was coming out and then went right down. So he forced it in.
And there's that pressure up the middle the Gophers have had the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
And there's a flag.
Oh, somebody had to be in motion.
We'll see. False start.
Yeah.
On the 21-yard line.
It's kind of interesting. Both coaches were teammates at Pine Island.
Okay.
Tom Cranberry's dad was the coach. Dean Cranberry was the coach at that time too. He took over for Willie Round, and Dean is with coach took him to the state that year. I think they were both seniors or close. And one was junior, one was senior. Anyway, Jeff Johnson and Tom Cranberry were teammates. So.
And here's Hauser again with the kick. Jake Nice back to receive. He's going to let it hit. It's going to take a good bounce for the Panthers, but Chatfield's still decent position, ball on their own 38-yard line, so we'll see the Gophers offense come out, and I would assume they're going to try and get that running game going.
So that was about, that'd be 29 and 39, almost a 40, 44, 45, 40, about a 42-yard punt. So, well, anyway, Chatfield's offense is going to have to come out. They pretty much stay in either a 2-back set, I formation. They come out I formation, power right. Actually, we got splits. 2
wide receivers left, 1 right. Here's the handoff to Jake Nice. He's going to be met immediately by their leading tackler for the Panthers, number 39, Thornton.
He was their leading tackler?
He was their leading tackler.
Pretty good job there.
And I think he's their Mike linebacker.
Yeah.
So the Mike and the Sam linebacker, 39 and I think 51 were the 2 leading tacklers. No, number 10, McGee. McGee and Thornton were their 2 leading tacklers this year. For the Gophers on offense, Jake Nice led the team with 558 rushing yards. Justin Viss had 499, and Jake Peterson was third with 281. And there's Viss up the middle. And again, Thornton on the play.
You got to get on that 4, Eric. There's always somebody that's available to make the tackle. So it's pretty hard to run an ISO against the 4-4. Just not enough blockers if the guy's making the tackle. Justin Viss was breaking that tackle last Wednesday, but this guy tackled him pretty well. So that was Thornton again there, huh?
Yep, and we'll see if Nate Scarry makes his first pass attempt of the game. He's 52 for 106 out of 116 this year for 790 yards. So they're going to go with Viss up the middle on a quick hitter, and that's going to be stuffed short of the first down. Actually, it was a pretty good gain, just not good gain on 3rd down and long.
Oh, yeah, but that's all right. That makes them stay in, makes them pay attention to him. I would guarantee you that they've got somebody who's eyeballing him all the way up, all the time. They're spying him, and they're going wherever he's going. So.
Well, if you watch the last drive of that Kingsland game, it was Justin. So no surprise that they're keeping an eye on him. For the Gophers, Matt Salerno back to punt here.
He sometimes can boot this thing, too.
Nice high kick. There's good coverage by the Gophers coming out the field. Fair catch called for right at the 20 by number 12. Luke Schmidt.
Just an exchange of field position.
Yeah.
So they started at the 20 last series, and now they're back on the 20. Nobody's really found out much. And this is the problem that I've found in the years of coaching, that Tuesday night game is really a tough one to get started into. Once you get started, it's not so bad, but you're coming off a Wednesday game, and it just is just different. It's hard because it's a Tuesday night. It's different than what
the kids aren't. It's a different routine. They they actually have homework to think about and stuff for classes next day, and all kinds of different distractions for the kids.
Yep.
Well, the other thing too, I think sometimes the upper seed, Chatfield at 5-3, the number 2 seed, they're just trying not to make a mistake in the early on, because a mistake is going to give a lower seed some life.
And make them feel good and get them going, so their momentum stays on their side. They got nothing to lose, That's the biggest thing. I've been in that twice situation with teams where we're the 8th seed. Now, I'll grant you it was a different deal because we had 17 teams in our section. We were the 8th seed. We were 5-3. But we beat Zimbrota that year, and then we were 3-5, and we played Harmony and beat them. We were the 8th seed in '91. So,
well, it's going to be second down and 8 or 9 here after a short run by McGee. Shotgun set. Here's Frick. Fires. It's going to be caught. Immediately tackled by number 7, Narveson.
Yeah.
And that was to McGee as well.
So it's third down and about 4.
And number 39, Thornton, some extracurriculars over at the sideline. I saw Coach Crambier giving him an earful as a flag went up from the official. It's going to be unsportsmanlike against the Panthers.
Yeah.
And that's going to back them up.
Well, that's the kind of stuff that when you have a team that is struggling, it's just like what the Vikings did on Sunday. They just struggle and they struggle and they struggle, and then everything kind of tends to happen to them. Had a nice game, and then they got knocked back again. So it's second down and about 15, it looks like, or 20.
Okay. I was going to ask you that too. Now, since the ball was blown dead already, and then they threw the flag, do they get the second down over again? But
yes, if they accept the penalty, which they would.
No, now it's third down.
No, it's second down. Should be second down.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, it should be second down.
Well, 4 wide receivers.
They got third, don't they?
3 right, 1 left. Frick in the shotgun formation. And McGee was next to him as the tailback, and they're going to go deep. Number 32. And that's picked off by Jesse Julian.
Oh, good job. That's the thing. He's got to recognize that he can do that because he's going to be free back there.
Yep, and
good play.
And they set that one receiver to the left and just throwing a jump ball, and Chatfield with safety help over the top comes up. So now you have a bad penalty turns into a bad turnover, and Chatfield's 1st and 10 on your own 35-yard line. That's what's going to, make things bad in a hurry.
Good pressure on him, and Jesse came across over the top. Good job.
It was a nice play by Jesse Julian. I think his 4th or 5th interception on the year. So 2 wide receivers left, 1 right. Scary with the fake. Hands off to Nice. He goes off the left side for about 5 yards.
5 yards, yep.
Look up Jesse's interception stats here quick. Yeah, that would be his 5th interception on the year. I know he had a couple against Southland alone. So.
Yeah, and again, I think Pine Island is playing with a little bit of lightweight up front too. And Chatfield isn't extremely big, but they have a couple kids. Like Tyler Lund is about 240, and I think the left tackle is about 190. So.
Chatfield again here, 2nd and 5. Hand off again to Nice. Finds some room, breaks a couple tackles. Nice. He's off the right side. Nice block by Jake Peterson's going to get him in the end zone.
Okay, it's on the 30-yard run. It's a 30-yard TD run, huh? So, nice run by Jake Nice.
Very nice run. A couple nice blocks there, and he kind of guided Jake Peterson as to where he was going to go, and Jake took out that it was either a corner or safety. We'll see here on the replay going right now.
good run. Good, just good.
And there's Jake Peterson containing or just enough of a chip there on Atkinson to break him for the score. It's going to make it 6-0 here, and Matt Salerno will attempt the extra point.
Darvison holds, early snaps the ball.
Snap, hold, kick is good.
Kick by Salerno's good.
So 7-0 here with 6:32 left in the first quarter. And with it being playoff football, we get no commercial breaks here. It's just going to go straight through, so that's more time to listen to us, I guess. I don't know if that's good or bad.
I think that's not, well, I'm not so sure about what that is, Eric.
Okay. Well, we got to go with it either way. So
Yeah,
Chatfield sends their kick team out on the field after a great 30-yard touchdown run by Jake Nice after a very good interception from Jesse Julian. And again, Pine Island needs to quit shooting themselves in the foot. That penalty backs them up, and 3rd and 19 is a position you never want to be in because everybody knows what you're going to do. You're either going to run the ball and punt,
Yep.
unless something, very rarely does a halfback draw go 20 yards.
No, very seldom.
But,
I tell you what happened there, of course, is they ran they ran Biss off on kind of a counter action, dived him the other way, or if they did, they brought him up inside in the hole and made a pretty good block because he got through that hole and they moved the hole a little bit outside. They went more on the outside edge or at the tackle rather than in the guard position. So.
And maybe Chatfield figured out which player was keeping an eye on Viss and said, go find him and put him on his butt. So.
Yeah, exactly.
And here's Lund with the kick. First one went in the end zone. This one's going to be fielded by Speedy Atkinson. Over on the left side, he's going to have some room. He got it pinned on the sideline, and finally Adler pushes him out of bounds. So nice return for Atkinson.
Yeah.
It'll be 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line for the Panthers.
And that was a pretty good return for them. They're up at the 30-yard line. Chatfield had pretty good coverage, and they were kind of expecting, I think, Tyler Lund to kick it into the end zone. Nice cut up outside, got outside, missed the tackle there. Got him, and Brandon Adler knocked him out of bounds.
So great replay there on the kickoff return as Panthers get set again here with looks like they got Thornton back in at tight end. So 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back, shotgun formation. And it's going to be Atkinson.
Yeah.
Boy, he is fast.
He is fast.
He went to the right, saw nothing, and went all the way back to left and picked up a couple. So turned nothing into something there for the Panthers.
I got about 7.
7 yards.
Got about 7 yards. Chatfield's got their pursuit angles. With that kind of runner, they're going to have to make sure they stay in their pursuit lanes. And so if he cuts back, they're going to be running right into it.
Panthers still with a shotgun formation. 2nd and 4 to go. And they fake the handoff to Atkinson, and this time it's McGee, and he's hit, but he breaks the first tackle, and I think he gets maybe a yard.
Yeah, maybe a yard.
So
yeah, close to 2 almost. Justin made a nice tackle.
Yeah, and Chatfield, one thing they got to do is, they're getting that great push up the field, but they got to break down and finish the tackle. I think they're going too fast, and then they're trying an arm tackle, and that's easy for those guys to break. So
remember, we used to talk about is once you break through that line of scrimmage, you get your head on a swivel, start shuffling your feet a little bit. That slows you down. Get looking where the ball is.
So Panthers here with a big 3rd down and call it 3. They hand off to McGee. And he is sworn by the Gophers and brought down, and Panthers
nice
still have
defense.
not gotten a first down yet. So Grover, Peterson, Narveson, everybody in on that play. So good job by the Gophers.
Yeah, they forced it back into the pursuit, and they were all flying to the ball. It's a good job.
And that's the first time on that series the Panthers did try a little misdirection on the run. So maybe they better stick with that because that didn't work at all for them.
Yeah. Well, and Chatfield, I think defensively, they're 3rd in the whole conference, I think.
And here's a fake punt, as I saw it was a different kicker lineup. And Atkinson is going to see if he has anything, and then he kicks it. So I noticed on the stat sheet they had a punter that did the most of it, and then Atkinson had a couple punts throughout the year. So I was curious as to if somebody was injured or just.
Well, he's as fast as he is. You got to try and use him for what you can do, And so that's all you can do too. But whatever. It's playoff time. You got win or go home, and so you try everything you got. I don't blame him for doing that. In this case here, now Chatfield's got really good field position, and they can take advantage of that.
So 1st and 10 on the Pine Island 47-yard line for the Gophers. Chatfield is yet to attempt to pass, I believe.
Yeah, I don't think they've thrown the ball. They didn't throw the ball much against Fillmore Central that second half either.
Here's that handoff to Nice again off the left side. He's going to try and cut outside there, and number 32,
Logan Hauser.
Logan Hauser is a nice tackle there. So
looked to me like he was going to get a bunch of yards there.
Yep.
That guy Hauser made a good play on that.
He came up and stopped it real quick. So 2-yard gain for Nice. And I suppose if you look at the stats, Pine Island has given up a lot of rush yards over the years. So if you can do it without throwing the ball, that's one less thing to worry about on a windy night like this too.
Yeah.
So
well, you got the wind to your back too, a little bit. But
here's the second down 8 for the Gophers.
They got a
pitch to Nice. He makes a nice cut there. Hauser can't make the tackle this time, and Nice is forced out of bounds by number 54.
Close to the
54 for the Panthers.
Brian Horley for the Panthers. And that's going to be close to a first down.
That's pretty close to the first down.
And first down for the Gophers.
That one kid came up and took Justin Viss right at his feet.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not sure if that's, a defensive player. I guess you can come up and do that. You take him right off at his feet, and you're taking yourself out of the play.
Taking up the blocker and saying, I hope my teammates are here to finish up what I started. But
he got about 7 yards. So.
Yeah, so first down for Nice. I guess they didn't finish it up.
No.
And the Gophers are in business here at the 37-yard line. Nice in motion. Fullback dive, and they
got that sniffed out.
Yeah, I think Thornton is the guy that's got his eye on Viss, because every time Viss touches the ball, Thornton gets a tackle.
Yeah.
So
that would be my first. That would be the first indicator.
So
but that's taking one man out of their defense too. So I think Coach Johnson will figure that out, and they'll be able to move him accordingly.
So a little bit of a loss on the play, still 2nd and 10, and you got to do it every now and then just to keep the defense honest.
Yes. If they don't,
it's still Justin Viss says a lot of big runs this year for the Gophers. You got to give him his chances.
Yep.
4 wide receiver set, Nice in motion. They're going to fake the handoff. Screen to Viss with the catch. Nice block there by Tyler Lund, and he's going to get Viss is upended at about the 25-yard line. So we'll see.
I think that's a first down.
We'll see where they mark it.
That's a nice tackle over there. I thought Justin was going for a touchdown.
Here's the replay.
Good little play action the other way. Nice block. Ooh, yeah. And couldn't get over and block in front of him. That made a nice tackle on him. But good job on offense by Chatfield Gophers in that little screen pass.
Yeah, and that's his 8th catch of the year. So good job by Viss there. First down on the 25-yard line for the Gophers.
2:19 to go.
3 wide receivers, 2 fullback, tailback. Here's Nice again up the left side, makes a nice cut. Drags McGee for a couple extra yards on a first down run for Jake Nice.
That was a good hole. If we get a replay for that, we'll see. Good, we got it. He'll come up right up there. He comes up inside. Justin Viss. Oh, nice block by Justin Viss. Yeah.
Takes on number 51 there.
We haven't mentioned the offensive line that much, but you know what? They've done a pretty good job.
They have.
They got opened some good holes against some pretty good-sized people out there. They've done a good job. Nepple and Beneke and Jamie LaPlante and Tyler Lund and good cut. Ooh.
And I'm trying to see here. That's maybe giving him a break, or I know Jamie Plant twisted his knee. Was it last week?
Cody Rubel's
in there at center too, so maybe they're going to rotate him around and keep him, like you said, keep him healthy, because you got 3 games in just about under 2 weeks. So
he just not able to go either today. Josh Bernard plays a little bit in there, and we got Luke Eisensee's injured. I don't think he's playing in there. We got Brandon Adler, who's a sophomore, is playing left tackle. Red guard is Jeremy Beneke, so they're doing a good job.
Yep. Eisensee and Mike Mabe, I know in the first couple of games played.
Oh, nice block.
Nice block there by Justin Viss, and Jake Nice going to have his 2nd touchdown of the game. A 11-yard carry.
Uh-oh.
Panthers 0.
Yep.
So 13-0 in favor of the Gophers. Mike Mabe and Luke Eisensee were lost early on this year for the Gophers off that offensive line, so now they're kind of clicking and everybody's figuring out what they're doing. You know, they had some changes. Here's the replay on the touchdown carry by Nice.
Good blocking backside. Oh, nice job. Nice cut off of that.
51 just he got there, but he just wasn't quick enough to finish the playoff. And almost blocked by McGee, but Salerno his 13th extra point of the season. So it's 14-0 in favor of the Gophers with 1:02 left on the clock here in the first quarter. And you don't want, it's not really do or time just yet, but 2 straight drives for touchdowns for the Gophers. Your defense isn't stopping them. Your offense better get a first down here.
They haven't got one, have they?
I don't believe
no,
so.
They haven't, yeah.
They had that 3rd and 2 last time, and we stuffed that last run. So
yeah, the biggest thing was short field too. That second drive started. First drive started on the 36 or something like that, interception.
On the interception, yep.
Yeah, and then this next one started like on the 49 or 50. So it's a fairly short field to work with.
And all the yards for the Gophers coming on the ground is
one
that
pass.
Running attack is, the one pass for about 7 or 8 yards to Justin Viss.
Yeah.
And that'll make things tough if they start throwing in those little screen plays. You try and pursue for the run. And
yeah. Well, again, as this is a 2nd versus 7, you never know, of course, what's going to happen, and things can change in a hurry. But Chatfield seems to be on their game from the last 3 games in a row, actually.
Yep, that's a little bit of a slow start in the Kingsland game, and then they finished strong to win that game.
Yeah.
Played a great game down in Fillmore Central.
Yeah.
And they're rolling at the right time.
Yep.
But
well, they actually started. I thought nice job. Somebody down there and broke that the wedge buster up. Whoever that was did a nice job. We'll get a replay on that. Actually, they started playing. I thought a lot better the second half against Southland.
Yeah.
The homecoming game, and they found out that they can play with that level of ball. And then, like you said, the slow start against that. Right there.
That was number 1, Drew Hurley, the freshman, saying hello. Busting up that in a great special teams play. That's another thing, too, the Gophers in the second, their special teams have really started coming on.
Yeah, they've improved.
A couple special teams touchdowns last week at Fillmore Central, and then not giving up the big plays on special teams. So you look at the Dover-Yoda game, which we won. But
Plainview, too, actually.
Plainview, too. Well, but, it would have been a lot more lopsided if it wasn't for.
Yes.
And, bad handoff there to Thornton, and he's going to get tagged for a loss.
Looks a little bit out of sync there.
Yeah, looked like Nick Peterson and Dakota Martin in on the play.
Yes. I'll have to say that Chatfield's defense, I was going to mention that before. They were 3rd, I think, overall, and I think they're like 2nd against the pass.
Yeah.
And so that their defense against the run is not that bad either, actually.
They're giving up just around 38 yards per game passing, so very good pass defense. And here's Frick with the throw.
Oh, good.
And it's caught by number 32, Logan Hauser.
Okay.
So that'll make it 3rd and about
5.
About 5, so 4 or 5 yards on that play.
Yeah, and that they just ran a simple stop or button hook, we used to call it, and go down about 5 yards, and turn, and the ball will be there. Oops.
As that's the end of the first quarter. Chatfield leads Pine Island 14-0. They'll switch teams, and we'll stay right here at the quarter break. And
we got any? Who's playing tonight here in our section 2A again?
In section 2A, we have. I have it written down somewhere. Dover-Yoda is at Caledonia. Winona Cotter is at Lewis and Altura. And St. Charles at Zumbrota Mazeppa, and then we're here, Pine Island and Chatfield. So the Gophers will, if they hold on to win, the winner of this game, I guess Pine Island or Chatfield will play the winner of the Zumbrota Mazeppa St. Charles game.
And if you go by the seeds and so forth, it would be at Chatfield if Chatfield were to win, because they play at the highest seed.
Yep.
The higher seed.
And last time the Gophers were something I was thinking about today. Last time Chatfield was the number 2 seed, they hosted Winona Cotter here, and that's when Sam Peterson broke the single game rushing record, had 270 yards. So
Yep.
I don't know if we have anybody on Jake Nice having a great game so far, so we'll see. That's a lot of yards in one game as they do a quick pass there, and it's dropped by number 1, Bryce Croson. And again, Pine Island still looking not for a touchdown, a first down, and that'll bring up 4th and 5. And we'll see if they just punt it. Now this is on their own 31-yard line. If
26-yard line.
Or yeah, 20. Yeah, 26.
26-yard line.
26-yard line. Probably not a time for any tricks here.
Well, really makes it a short field if you do that. You want to give your defense a chance to make some plays here.
Hauser, the normal punter, back, and he just kicks it away. Nice high kick.
Nice punt.
And Jake Nice is just going to let it bounce. Probably could have fielded that, but 14-0. They'll take it at their own 24-yard line. So that's about almost a 50-yard punt, if I'm not mistaken, there for the Panthers.
That was a good punt. It was high, and Chatfield, of course, I always felt you can go up and catch that because fair catch it, you don't have the bounce. Didn't go anywhere, but in that case, but a lot of times they'll take off and go toward the end zone, you know.
So
yeah. But
their worst field position of the day on their own 24-yard
line.
24-yard line, 1st and 10. Yeah, and I wonder if maybe they're just trying not to risk any miss, with the wind and stuff, trying to judge that ball. 14-0 lead, don't give them any opportunities.
You let them off the floor a little bit and they come back and bite you.
There's going to be a false start. I think it was number 75.
Yes.
Left tackle, Brandon Adler, trying to get up there and get that block. As I say, it was the Kingsland game. We had a good stop on the first series and then a muff punt. Gave them the ball right back after they punted it. So
yes. Brandon, unfortunately, his first move was up. You want to make sure your move is out.
Yeah. So
but he was offside. He started early.
I was looking for the referee. I don't know. Like when it comes to officiating football, I don't know who's responsible for what. I was looking at the guy in the white hat, but it was the
linesman.
Over there through it. So 1st and 15. Again, Nice with the carry. There's going to be looks in the area of holding.
Holding, I would say, yes.
By the, is that the, yeah.
That's what happens normally inside there, Lots of people are grabbing and so forth.
So far 2 non-plays and 2 penalties for the Gophers, and they're going the wrong way. Not doing themselves any favors.
Well, that's the kind of stuff you want to stay away from, especially in playoff time, because the teams, as they go through here, you get into some pretty tough teams, and they're going to take advantage of this.
Well, if the seedings hold true and all the high seeds win, and it's number 3 Zimbrota coming to town, that's going to be a tough football game. They gave a lot of good teams a run for their money this year. I know it was a tough game against Lake City last Wednesday.
Yep.
That if they win that game, we're the 3 seed and we're going up there again. So
yes.
1st and 25 for the Gophers. Option play. Scary makes the pick to Nice.
Oh, good
nice
cut.
block. Good cut there, and he's going to be close to a first down. So about a 20-yard carry on 1st and 25 for Jake Nice on the option play, and some great blocking. See if we'll have a replay here.
Well, it was an excellent option, and Scary read it really well. Notice he's coming down the line. Of course, he's giving ground, but then read that pretty well. Good block, nice cut, and just about first down. 2nd and 5.
And if you watch that replay again, you see number 39 all over Justin Viss as he was kind of get out there and lead. So
he's just breaking up he's just going wherever he's going.
2nd down and 5 or 6 for the Gophers. Again, Nice with the carry. Nice cut there. Good block by Jake Peterson, and he's gone. Oh, great play by Tyler Lund. Frees him up. McGee's going to try and catch him.
Well, the referees weren't staying with him. They put him down on the 1 yard line. How big a yard?
Would have been a 70-yard touchdown run, and we'll see if we have a replay.
Yes.
And everybody but Jake Nice and McGee gave up on the play, and those are the 2 guys that were down there. So.
That was an excellent play by Jake Nice. I tell you what, he had a miss. The guy went at his feet. He dove at an air there. Nice cut back here. Good job. Oh, over pursued.
Well,
Yeah.
And
Here it
Tyler
comes.
Lund's going to clean a guy's clock right there.
Yes, good block. And Austin McGee catches him, right? Barely.
You're on camera one.
Yes.
Okay, so we're still showing the replays. They're getting set up first and goal. We'll let you know how it goes. We want to see if Jake Nice scores here.
Justin Viss scored.
Oh, boy, and that's
It was a
close.
close.
I'd hate to live on the difference between when his knee hit and that ball crossed that goal line. But Chatfield scores anyway on a 1-yard touchdown by Justin Viss. And it makes it 20-0 in favor of the Gophers. And we'll see if Matt Salerno can kick his 14th extra point of the season. Yeah, that was very close.
Yep.
So
That was about a 69-yard run, right?
69.9 yard touchdown run, or almost touchdown run.
9.9.
So Jake Nice already over 100 yards this game because he had a 30-yard touchdown run and a 69-yard run there. So
Ooh.
and a little bit of a slip on Salerno's
That was no
attempt
good.
there. So his plant foot kind of jumped forward on him, and it's no good. So it's 20-0 in favor of the Gophers. And I'm thinking back to Doe Riota.
Yes.
22 carries, 253 yards
Yes.
for Jake Nice, if I'm not mistaken. So he has the ability to run all over the defense if
If they're not tackling him.
Yep, and you better come up with a good base because he can make you miss.
Yes, he's got excellent speed, both either left or right, not just straight ahead. He's got great speed, actually, overall, but left or right, and he can accelerate right in that first step, and that's really the difference. Kind of a Adrian Peterson type thing.
Yeah.
That's just the same. He doesn't necessarily as big, but boy, I tell you what, he comes through that line and he can make the step, and bang, he could be full speed in that next step.
And it was all for naught. Another thing I noticed on that replay, one of the guys he made miss in the hole was Austin McGee back
Yeah,
here.
but
Who
he
turned
caught-
around and came and, give McGee a lot of credit for never
Yeah.
giving up on the play.
Kept playing, you bet.
You know, if he knew it was going to be a half-yard dive right on the next play, he might have saved some energy. But because
No,
he's on both sides of the ball, but that's a great play by McGee as well. So
That's what you ask of your players, is
Yep.
you go 100% the whole time.
and for McGee is senior,
Yes.
this is it, do or die for those guys with
Yeah.
number 12 underneath the grade. So Lund
Oops.
with a low line drive, and that's a live ball. They finally scoop it up. It's number 21, and he's quickly pushed out of bounds. That was Brendan Dugstead for the Panthers.
28-yard line.
Brandon Dugstead.
Salerno on the tackle. Goodhue over Kingsland 21-0 at the end of the first quarter.
Okay. Score update for you in the 1A playoffs. Goodhue's up 21-0 over Kingsland in the first quarter.
Yep.
So-
At the end of the first quarter.
And that's a tough draw for Kingsland. I thought after the way they played us and some of the other teams that being in Class A, they could give
Yeah,
some
Goodhue's
teams-
a real deal, though.
Yeah, Goodhue. That's a tough first draw for Kingsland.
Yeah.
You know, they play a bunch of bigger schools all year, and then they get a ranked team.
Yes.
So,
Yep. Well, let's see here if Pine Island can put something up.
and here's Frick. Nice short pass to his leading receiver. I think that was 22.
Akeson?
Akeson.
Akeson?
Yep,
yeah,
Atkinson.
Yeah.
And it was only about a 3-yard gain. And Chatfield's defense so far up to the task with no first downs in the game for Pine Island. And the wind's picking up. We can hear it in our microphones
Yes,
here.
I'm trying to keep
Trying to block it.
It doesn't work.
No. I'm trying to figure out if we're doing football or if this is the
Yes.
spring softball again where the wind was in my mic every
Yeah,
time.
exactly.
But, okay, so 3 wide receivers, 2 left, 1 right, 1 tailback. Frick drops back and fires high for Bryce Grossen. He's listed as number 24 in the program, but he's wearing number 1. Some of these players have different numbers for their white jerseys.
Okay. Well, that was Frick has a quarterback from Pine Island has a pretty good ball, but boy, I tell you what, you got to make that catch. It was right there. Of course, your ribs are exposed in that deal.
Yep, and so far it's been kind of the short passing game. Like I wondered if they were going to try and do the one long play they had was a great interception played by Jesse Julian, and now they're going up top, and number 22, Atkinson catches it for the first down of the game for the Panthers. And that was number 23, Reed Danielson, and Jake Nyson on the tackle there. So
Number 22.
So they're going to go with Jake Peterson, weren't they? That at strong safety. Is he out there?
Yep, he was on the other side of the field.
Yeah, there you go.
So now I think Jake Peterson's just kind of taking whoever the solo wide receiver is.
Yes.
Jake's got him all alone. So
yes.
And he's playing fairly soft. I'd try a quick hitter to that.
Well, that's the thing. Boom, there they got a bubble screen going.
And now it's all there. Speedy Atkinson it's going to be another first down for.
Oh.
And that came from the guy in the white hat. So.
Were they calling that a late hit?
We'll have to see.
Oh, all he did was push him out of bounds.
Here's the replay. We'll get a look at what happened. And it's Nick Peterson.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
boy. So their I don't even know what to say. Second first down and then 15 yards. They'll give them an extra 15 yards on that play. So
he called it a personal foul. I don't know how you can call that a personal foul.
And the only thing I can think of is, from our view, if he was out of bounds before Nick Peterson ever even touched him.
Yeah, but he hit him inbounds, and he's just got a hold of him.
Yeah.
That's just a bad call.
So
I'm going to be flat out against that official. That's a bad call.
All right, well, gives life for the Panthers, and Chatfield just needs, every now and then you got to overcome some things. So,
ooh, they got that.
Atkinson in motion, and they're going to run the ball here. It's number 10, McGee, and that's going nowhere, maybe 2 or 3 yards.
A couple yards.
So it'll be 2nd and 7, 2nd and 8 for the Panthers, as they had 1st and 10 on the Gophers' 20-yard line, their best drive of the day so far, and can't get relaxed. It's still only the second quarter. It's only 20-0. We've seen bigger leads disappear.
It's only 3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns and an extra point. You're behind by 1.
Yep.
So you got to continue to play. We're at 7:58.
So 4 wide receivers set, 3 right, 1 left. And Frick looking over the sidelines to Coach Crambier. And he's going to drop back. Good rush as Frick is hit by number 32, Dakota Martin, just as he releases the ball.
And I think Dakota is, if I'm not mistaken, he's one of the guys they're sending all the time.
Yep. So they have 3 down linemen, and then somebody's always
coming.
Always coming.
Yeah. They choose that. So it's 3rd down and 9 for the Pine Island Panthers. Chatfield's defense is going to see if they can stand up and get it done here.
Another long 3rd down for the Panthers. Frick drops back. And Tyler Lund with a lot of pressure gets his hands on him. Nice play to Atkinson. He's going to make a quick move around Jake Peterson, and he's going to be out of bounds at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal for the Panthers. Great play by Frick.
Yes.
We'll get the replay here.
I thought he was down.
Yep. Most people don't last in the grasp of Tyler Lund, but he had.
Yes. Got him. Oh, he just didn't have a strong enough hold on him.
And that's a really quick guy coming up.
Yes.
Coming up a little fast there, so it's going to be 1st and goal on the 1, and we'll see what they do here. I do see number 54, Brian Horley, the left tackle's back in, the one that went down with injury on the first play of the game. So, and there's going to be McGee drives in for the touchdown. So 1-yard touchdown run for the Panthers. It's going to make it 20-6, not 26.
Is that 1 yard?
1 yard. So.
Yeah. That was by McGee, huh?
McGee, yep, number 10. So, and he's been all over the field tonight for the Panthers. So, this is number 7, Ben Warnicki.
Oh, yes.
And for those of you in Chatfield, I believe, is that Stacy, Mrs. Warnicki's
son. You can call her Stacy.
I struggle with that, you know.
That's her son.
That's her son. So, former Chatfield teacher Stacy Warnicki, her boy Ben Warnicki, just kicks the extra point to make it 20-7. So, a lot of connections here in this game.
Oh, yes.
With the coaches and your grandchildren up there and former teachers.
Yep.
21-8.
Okay, we have an update on the Kingsland game.
Second quarter, I bet, huh? Yeah.
Kingsland's now on the board in the second quarter. It's 21-8 in favor of Goodhue. So, as cameraman Joel Young tries to warm his hands on a light bulb. Believe it or not, today when I was working, I was in jeans and a long sleeve T-shirt.
Oh, yeah, it was about 65 degrees.
Yeah, it was a very beautiful day, and not so warm right now.
Yeah, that's what they said. There's a it's going to be a blustery, raw night tonight, and then a high of 50-something tomorrow, and Thursday to 60. So, well, we're not getting the rain.
That's the one thing I thought today I was going to have to bring an umbrella.
I forgot mine.
Yeah, so good. I think he's got about 6 of them stuffed in the side door. So
yeah, he does.
As Chatfield gets set to return the kick here, and
well, that drive was aided by that penalty right at the end of the play over there on a first down score where they got a first down. But they did some nice things there. Pine Island did.
And there's Warnicki with the short kick. It's going to be fielded by Mitch Narveson. He's going to run to the right, picks up some great blocks, and he's got a hole, and he squirts through, and he's going to be wrapped up by the kicker, number 7, Warnicki, finishes up. So it's a good return for Mitch Narveson. About 20, I'm trying to see statistician Dave Dudek marks a catch at the 11 or the 16.
16.
So 10. Almost 20-yard return there for Narveson. It's going to be 21, actually. 1st and 10 on the 37-yard line for the Gophers.
Looked like there was a pretty good. If he gets by that tackler, he's gone for a long ways.
So, official timeout here. All right. Now they're going to be set to go. Chatfield could use a nice long 3 or 4 minute drive, march it down the field right before halftime. There's a blitz and pitch to Nice. And
gets about a yard, maybe 2.
2 or 3 yards, yep. So 2nd and 8 for the Gophers.
You see that they have, if they show a replay here, Eric, you'll see that linebacker 39 he's blitzing. I think he comes about every two or 3 plays that they're coming, sending him up inside and trying to go through that guard center gap. He gets there pretty quick, but Nate Scary is doing a good job on that pitch, and I tell you what, Nate has made some good improvement as quarterback. He's done some really good things this year as a sophomore.
Yep, so Chatfield getting good play out of him this year and should have him for the next couple of years. So another option play, and this time number 52. There's Jake Nice, gets free again. And that was a great pitch by Scary.
Yes, it was.
Number 52, Steven Anderson, just cleaned him up.
Yep.
But he got rid of the ball and close to a first down for the Gophers.
He's reading that a lot better now. He comes down the line.
Here's the replay.
Yeah, he comes
you'll
down.
See him get hit.
Yeah, good. Yep. And they forced the pitch early, but you got Jake Nice back there, and he's pretty hard to make that tackle, boy.
And it's going to be 3rd and an inch. I saw his fingers come up like this, so.
Yeah.
Probably about as far away from a first down as he was from that touchdown on that.
Exactly.
So, Gophers here. I'd look for.
I'd look for this
right up the middle, or
maybe even quarterback sneak in this deal. And then at 44, you got an open front right over the quarterback. So unless they pull a linebacker up inside.
And Cody Rubel still in at center, so.
Yeah, Jamie must be having the.
He's on the sideline down there, so.
Is he got uniform on?
Yep, okay. He's quarterback, keeper, and.
Well, it's got to be close.
Yep.
Maybe 2 inches.
They call it a first down.
First down for the Gophers there, kind of waiting.
Coach Baum up there, he's being a little bit of a.
he always has a sense of humor. That's
exactly
entertaining
right.
In the press box. So.
Well, anyway, we have first down on the Chatfield 46 or 47-yard line. Eric, there's 6 minutes to go, so I think Chatfield can put another one in here.
Yep, and then just get back to that nice, solid defense, avoid the penalties. Again, we won't talk about that one, but then wrap up and finish plays. So here's Nice again. Not much up the middle there, 3 or 4 yards, but if you average 4 yards a carry, that's 12 yards every 3 plays, and that's first down.
There's a guy who used to coach at Rushford, Del Schmetzler was his name, and his famous saying was 2-4-6, pick up the sticks.
Yeah,
that's all he was. 2-4-6, pick up the sticks. That's what we're going to run the football. 2-4-6, pick up the sticks. It meant get down and move the yard markers down.
And nothing fancy here for the Gophers on this, as they're just continually pounding the football right in between the tackles.
Right.
A pitch play every now and then, but
not a lot of passing.
No. And they haven't needed to so far.
Yes. And I guess. Oh.
That ball's loose, and I think Jake Nice is going to fall on it, but Logan Hauser came free, and nobody picked him up. But we get a replay here.
Wow,
and,
you got to block that backside. That's the. Well, they got it back, but wow, that blindside hit can hurt sometimes.
Here it comes.
They picked him up, but nobody on the backside.
And
Jake Nice has got to maybe come back to that backside.
Yep.
Pick him up.
And great play by Hauser there, and
that's one of those lookout blocks, Eric.
Yep.
Turn around and say, look out.
Yep. And, again, we kind of alluded to it, turnovers here.
Yep.
Got to not have them, and there was a good chance for the Panthers to get one back as they threw that interception early. And they've kind of had bad luck with that this year. Just 3 fumble recoveries and 1 interception on the season for the Panthers. Scary pumps, brings it back, fires, and that's going to be
good play.
12 or 13-yard pass completion to Matt Salerno, but it's going to be 5 or 6 yards short of the first down. So that sack really put the Gophers in a tough spot. And
well, you got to give Nate Scary credit, though. He got pushed out of the pocket a little bit, but he stopped, and you knew he was going to get hit again, and he fired it over. That was good pass completion to, I believe that was Salerno, wasn't it?
Yeah, Matt Salerno, the tight end. So
yep.
Matt, he's averaging right around 28, 29 yards per punt this year. So pin the Panthers deep.
Yes.
As they line up. Chatfield's going to take a timeout here. Need to stop the clock. There's about 6 seconds ran off there, but
they'll probably go up and check that out.
So Chatfield wants to just make sure, it's one of those things that can get a team back in a game is a bad special teams play.
Exactly.
So
want to make sure that people are running down their lanes that they're supposed to be in, and they make the tackle. You don't over pursue. This is one of the things that helped Chatfield beat Fillmore Central. Is they had good coverage on a punt, hit the ball out of his arms, out of Ristow's arms. Oh no, it might have been Olsted's, and knocked it into the end zone and we recovered it for a touchdown. So.
And young Drew Hurley came up with his first varsity touchdown.
Yes.
I never seen a kid jump so high in the end zone. He was very happy with that play.
Yes, he was.
So.
But you got to also be aware of a block punt situation here too. Can't let that happen. I think I'd look for out of bounds if I could.
And don't let 22 touch it.
Yes. Well, you're going to kick right to it. Oh, he's fair
catch.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I don't know if the ball hit him or not. I can't. When you fair catch, I couldn't see if Chatfield touched it first, then that doesn't make any difference then. So I can't tell, but that's called first touching, and I don't know if they did.
Well, and Chatfield fans are booing, but he called fair catch, and our guys were coming up real quick. They got it, whether or not they know where the ball is, they got to give him space to catch it too. Yes. So, I think that's a 15-yard penalty if I'm not mistaken too.
If you don't let him catch it, it's called fair catch interference.
So, 1st and 10 on the Pine Island 14-yard line. So,
it's 3:08 to go, Eric.
Yeah, 3:08, second quarter, 20-7, Chatfield lead. They pitch to Atkinson. He cuts back, and Cody Rubel stayed home and wraps him up.
Good job. Good job on defense there by the whole Chatfield defense. They pursued well. They were in their lanes pretty well. And when he went to cut back as quick as he is, they were right there to stop it.
As I say, when number 22 has the ball, don't pursue too hard because just because it's going right now doesn't mean it's not coming back at you.
Here we go. Now
here's a replay on the punt.
Yes.
And maybe Manahan saw something he wants us to see.
Oh, it did touch his knee.
Touched his knee. Well, that's status quo.
Yeah.
Just they got the ball in the 14. So, there's a nice sack. There's Dakota Martin in on the play.
That's a good play.
Good play by Dakota. As they said, they blitz. They have a 3-down lineman, and they blitz one of their backers almost every play. So, and he's been in there a couple times tonight, and that time he finally finishes off Frick, and that's going to make it 3rd and 18 for the Panthers with 2 minutes, and they're probably going to run her down. I don't know if Chatfield, would you call timeout and save some time for your offense, or you're up 27?
20-7. You might. He's got him. He's used one, I think.
Yeah. maybe
So,
see if they run it or pass it here, and if they
yes.
run it to run the clock, then use your second timeout.
It's third down, and why is the clock stopped? Oh,
They ran down their 25-second play clock and then called a timeout. So.
Oh, okay.
And this is the same situation earlier in the first quarter where they tried to throw one up, and Jesse Julian came over and made a nice jumping grab on the INT. So.
Well, they've got to be aware back there of any type of thing where they pump fake to that guy over here on this side, come back to that other side. But I don't think we're going to give them enough time probably to be able to do that kind of pattern. So,
yeah.
I would look more toward things like screens and
a little bubble screen to that number 22 out on the.
And that's what I would look at too if I were coaching, because that gives you an opportunity to get him out on a one-on-one out on the edge, and sometimes he can break through that and tackle over there.
And he's proven to be tough to bring down in space. So.
Yeah. So, about 1:44 to go. As Chatfield owns a 20-7 lead. I would say that the first two scores were pretty long. The second and third drives were fairly legitimate drives. First one was off an interception, and that was like a 30-yard drive.
Yeah.
So.
And then second one, they got great field position when they tried the fake punt. And,
yes, the other one was set up by Jake's nice long run.
So as we see Chatfield drop back with two safeties here. Here's that two safety set. Mitch Arvison comes over on the lone receiver. And Tyler Lund tried.
Oh, good play.
Good play by the Gopher defense there. Got some good pressure with just the 3 down linemen as everybody dropped back in coverage there. I think it was Jake Nice and a couple other guys on the coverage there. I don't know if we'll have a replay on that or not, but it'll bring up 4th and 18 for the Panthers with 1:38. So.
Well, in that case, Chatfield elected to cover receivers, and I don't think they sent anybody. I think they are trying to get him. Tyler Lund, I see, coming from the backside, and they are going to punt.
And we'll see if Chatfield goes after it, but good hustle there by Beneke. And again, Jake Nice just lets it roll out of bounds, and Chatfield's going to have it on the Pine Island 48-yard line with 1:32. So
lots of time here for the Chatfield Gophers to put a drive together. They're 2-minute offense, and they'll see what's going. They're in Pine Island territory.
If you're going to try and throw the ball, you might try and figure out where they're blitzing from.
Yes.
Because that sack on scary. Not only is it going to hurt your quarterback, but that ball gave them the ball back, so you don't need a turnover here on some blown blocking.
Plus, you get the ball to start the second half too. So, that you might want to be a little leery of doing too much intricate or funny stuff, as they say.
Well, 4 wide receivers set for the Gophers. 2 left, 2 right. Justin Viss, the lone halfback. There's going to be a dive to Viss up the middle, and he's going to break through. And that's going to be a foot race. He's going to, great play by Justin Viss for 48-yard touchdown run for Justin Viss. That was number 22, Axton dove and tried to take him out at the knees there, but Justin kept his feet, and it was all over after that. Here's the play, quick dive. Great block by Lund. There's the attempt.
You got to
wrap him up. You're not going to bring Justin down like that.
No.
But Justin Viss, 48-yard touchdown run, makes it 26-7 for the Gophers, and Salerno back again. Try and make it 27-7. Well, they had more than enough time for that drive. They used all of
10 seconds.
Yeah. And that time, Salerno finds it through the uprights, and it's going to make it 27-7 in favor of the Gophers. 1:23 before halftime. Special teams going to take the field, and now it's just a matter of don't give up a big return and drop your safeties back and don't give up the big play.
And that puts that back at a 20-yard lead, 20-point lead, 27-7. And again, that was just Justin Viss running hard, and at that point they've always had somebody spying him, but I think in this case they just he probably didn't think that was going to happen. He kind of off tackle off to the left side, and he broke through and he cut back to the right a little bit, and then had pretty good blocking downfield. So
yeah, but as you said, it's been kind of Jake Nice run the ball. Maybe they finally stopped spying on Viss, and they paid for it.
Yes.
So
and I think they kind of gave Jake kind of went to the other way too a little bit, so maybe they were
over
pursuing that way over there. So
Well, whatever it was, it worked for the
Yeah, it
Gophers.
worked really well. Good run by Justin Viss.
Yep. Way to keep his feet. That was
Hurry up.
Tyler
hurry up.
Lunt.
Oh, I thought that was offside.
Boy, that was close, and they kick it right to number 22, Atkinson. He's going to take it at about the 8-yard line, but good coverage by the special team is Dakota Martin, Drew Hurley, and who's that other getting up?
62?
Number 15.
15.
Dalton Schweer in on the play.
Schweer, sophomore.
Some good young players for the Gophers stepping up and making plays on special teams.
Yeah.
Some freshmen and sophomores. So let's see here. Hafner in on defense for Nick Peterson. And Reed Danielson in as well. So Chatfield trying to keep some guys fresh. You know, that it's just a couple days away. The winner of this game takes on the winner of St. Charles and Brodom Zeppa. So keep the legs fresh, keep a little less pounding on them. And
well, the more experience you have, the better off, especially in the playoff type of atmosphere. That makes you just build your confidence when you do things correctly and you feel better about what you're doing. So.
And boy, things from bad to worse for Pine Island is somebody didn't know they were supposed to be in at left guard. And with a minute 17, you have to take your second time out because somebody didn't know they were supposed to be in on offense. So, not how you're going to overcome a 20-point deficit with things like that.
That's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But, you know, as I said, these are high school kids and strange things have happened. I've seen those things kind of point totals dissipate pretty quickly.
So, Pine Island has everybody in. They got the play set. And Chatfield's defense is coming back out on the field. I've been trying to see if Jamie LaPlante's playing defense at all, too.
He's 55.
I haven't seen him out there. So maybe they're saving him, see if they can get him for. Because they're going to, on the sideline address, probably just if somebody goes down, he could go. But
good job by who made that tackle?
Jeremy Beneke.
Yeah.
Boy, and that's not a lot of size there, but he gives you every ounce he has. He had a great senior season at both offensive line and defensive line for the Gophers.
Yes, defense. He's a tough kid.
And he covered recovered. Was it a botched punt?
Yeah, I think
so. Or a blocked punt down at Fillmore Central. Recovered in the end zone for a touchdown. There's going to be a pass to Thornton for Pine Island. He's going to be close to a first down on about 2nd and 12.
38 seconds to go.
Pine Island's in the hurry up now. They just have one timeout. 3rd down and. Oh boy!
Wow, are they gonna measure? Oh yeah.
They're gonna measure to see if they have a first down. The wind's kind of picking up again here.
Yeah, it's really loud in my mic. I know that. But.
So.
Well. Again, Chatfield has really done a pretty good job offensively and defensively. Hadn't been for that penalty over there, I'm not sure that Pine Island would have scored, although they had kind of put a pretty good drive together. But
they'd get picked up their first
first down.
They picked up 2 first downs, and then boy, it was that one play later they made that pass play to Atkinson on. Well, Frick kept alive, and as he's going to the ground, throws one to him, and they took it down to the 1. So.
Yes.
3rd down and short.
That's
going to be a first down carry by McGee. So clock will stop while they reset the sticks, and Pine Island's going to get set. As Chatfield defense, Frick looks. He's got a lot of time now. He's getting pressure. And Jake Nice on the coverage as he tries to find Atkinson on the out route. So clock stops, 23 seconds, 2nd and 10. Although, unless they hit a big one here, you know, the clock's kind of, now they're just trying to find something either on the sidelines or deep.
Yeah. Well, they're actually, you know, they have to look deep, but he's not really getting enough time to look deep quite a bit of the time. And I just, this is going to be a little tough for them. They're going to be deep, and they are. Chatfield's deep on them. So.
And Chatfield, there's going to be McGee catches it, and he finds some good yards there. Another first down for the Panthers. 15 seconds. Yep. And Coach Cranbeer on the sideline giving him the go signal. Hurry up and line up.
Yes.
I believe he has one timeout left.
I think so too. He's probably trying to get into where he might get into close into Chatfield territory.
Frick drops back. This time he's looking deep, and it's through the hands of Bryce Croson there, a little behind him. So Chatfield,
Yeah, the second
he was
down and
open
10.
too.
Yeah, he was open.
He catches that, he picks up at least 5 or 10 more yards before Jake Peterson gets over there.
Yes.
So a little bit of blown coverage. Chatfield needs to.
I'm not sure if are they going to prevent. I would imagine they're cover 2, I suppose.
Yeah,
So.
all the 2 safeties, all the D-backs are fairly deep.
Yep.
Now we got three wide receivers left. Chatfield brings the blitz that time. Oh boy. And that's Atkinson. He makes a cut. And unfortunately, I think he's going to see the clock run out before he can get out of bounds.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he turned around. He's looking for somebody to pitch to because he at least was smart enough to know he just ran out the clock. But big play for the Panthers, but it's going to run out the first half. And we have a halftime score: Chatfield 27, Pine Island 7. So here's the replay.
That's a good play by Pine Island. Chatfield was in a prevent, of course, and we didn't do a very good job of tackling there. And you got to keep your feet square and your body square. Put your shoulder into the legs.
We returned the favor to Atkinson after he tried that.
Yeah, he's looking to pitch.
Yeah.
Good job here by Jesse Julian
wrap
pinning
up
his
the
arms.
Yeah. So, well, I don't know if we're gonna. We can do station identification, and then we're gonna pause while they put the halftime stats up into the computer and put them up on the board. So there's your halftime score: Chatfield 27, Pine Island 7. We'll be right back after this.
Serving the Chosen Valley, CCTV Channel 11, Chatfield, Minnesota.
And we're back here, halftime. Chatfield Gophers, number 2 seed, up 27-7 on number 7 seed Pine Island. And story of the game: Chatfield's ground game just running rampant
I guess
on Pine Island. So a couple quick updates. Kingsland Goodhue game. Goodhue's up 28-8 at the halftime, and that's the only other score we have going on tonight. But again, there's a bunch of playoff games tonight. First round for high school football playoffs as the wind's picking up. Hopefully our lamp doesn't blow over. We'll try and keep the wind out of the mic there. But here's the first half stats for Pine Island to Chatfield. First downs, Pine Island actually had more first downs than Chatfield. They didn't get any for the first quarter, I believe.
Right.
But probably because Chatfield had a couple big plays there that didn't require first downs. As you see, the rushing yards, Pine Island 13 carries, 9 yards. Chatfield 20 carries, 216 yards. And that is why you have a 20-point lead. Pass completion and attempts for Pine Island, 9 for 17 for 125 yards. Chatfield 2 for 2 for 23 yards. So not a lot of passing, but when they do, it's effective, I guess.
Yes.
Total net yards, Pine Island 134, Chatfield 239. Penalties, 1 for 15 for Pine Island, 3 for 30 for Chatfield, and 1 turnover, that interception by Jesse Julian for the Panthers.
And that led directly to a touchdown, too.
Yep. So, and that was the first of 2 big carries for Jake Nice. He had a 30-yard touchdown run. That was that off that interception. Then he had a 70-yard run that set up the 1-yard touchdown run by Justin Viss. And there's a couple.
I'll go through that scoring if you want me to,
okay.
Eric. The first half ended 14. First quarter ended 14-0. And Chatfield did the scoring at 6:32 on a 30-yard TD run by Jake Nice. Excellent run, and the kick by Salerno was good. And then with 1:02 to go in the first quarter, 11-yard run by Jake Nice, and the kick by Salerno was good, and that made it 14-0. In the second quarter, with 9:47 to go, with that, like you said, 70-yard run by Jake Nice, excellent run, and he got down to the 1-yard line, and then Justin Viss scored on a 1-yard TD run. Kick by Salerno was not any good, so that made it 20-0. And then Pine Island came back with 7:30 to go, and they scored on a 1-yard TD run by Austin McGee. The kick by Ben Warnicke was good, and that made it 20-7. And then Chatfield did a good job on the end here. They stopped Pine Island from getting a first down, and they had to punt. And they got the ball on the 48-yard line. And one play, Justin Viss on a 48-yard TD run by Justin Viss, and the kick by center was good, and that makes the halftime score 27-7.
So, in a couple big individual stats here, Justin Viss, 5 carries, 56 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jake Nice having a great game here, 13 carries, 170 yards. So, Pine Island, if they want to look at what's hurting them, it would find number 6.
Yes.
As we said in the first half, they're kind of spying Justin Viss. The one play, it kind of shows why they do, because the one play they didn't, he ran 48 yards for a touchdown, and there's not too many guys in their defensive backfield that can bring Justin down one-on-one, as he broke a couple tackles there. So they need that number 39 on Justin at the line of scrimmage. But Jake Nice, with their middle linebacker spying Viss, has been finding big holes in the Chatfield blocking again. That 70-yard run, you saw Tyler Lund, the left tackle, all the way on the right side, about 30 yards downfield, laying out a defensive back that sprung him for another 25 yards.
Yes.
So
that was a good play.
Chatfield's offensive line all across the board doing a great job, and we see the team running out on the field there.
Well, if you're Pine Island, you're looking at, okay, this is your last half. You're seniors. This is the last half, probably of football you will play. Chatfield, the seniors are going, we got to play another game. We want to play another game.
Yep.
So it's a different viewpoint on the Pine Island side, and they're looking at what can we do to have some fun, feel good about the season, have some fun with it, and so forth, and they got nothing to lose. Chatfield is just going to have to continue to play hard for this whole second half.
And we saw some of their subs. I guess we can sit down now as they're going to show the players here. No commercials again, as we said, because it's a playoff game for the State High School League, so new rules, more time here on air for us. But Tyler Grover is getting checked out over at the back of the ambulance. We saw him walking off the field. Thankfully, he's under his own power walking, but it looked like he had a neck brace on. So
looks like he was a little sore in the neck, and they're just probably checking to see if they have to go in and have any kind of X-rays taken or anything of that nature. So
again, high school sports with head and neck injuries is becoming more proactive and more concerned for the athletes. But because I believe this year, as a basketball official, I just went on there to find out when my rules meetings and stuff are, and I have to become, as an official, concussion certified to officiate high school sports. So the Minnesota State High School League, their number one concern is safety and taking care of that. So I'm sure.
So how do you become concussion safe certified?
As of right now it's a slideshow on the internet that they make you go through, and you have to pass a couple tests, just like your rules test that you have to pass. So it's everything's online now. So no in-person stuff. And then we have another story. Casson Manorville 34 over. Lake City's been having a great year, a great year for them. But boy, Casson Manorville's a powerhouse, and they're beating Lake City 34-7. So tough luck there for Lake City. They've had a very good season. It's just it's Casson.
That's Casson. It's at Casson too on that field. So, I happened to be over there for soccer, watching my granddaughter play soccer on that field. It's a wonderful facility.
Casson Manorville has a great setup for all their sports, I think.
Yes, they do. Well, I tell you what, though, it's hard to beat the view from this area here too, and concussions have been they've been a serious problem, for many years, and the State High School League just decided they're gonna keep watch of that, and part of it, I suppose, has been possibility of litigation and all those kinds of things. But the people who are in control, essentially the referees are the ones that control on the field and the court. And they're the ones that have to make that decision.
And the ruling is if an official determines an athlete has a concussion, you need a doctor's written deal that that athlete's ready to return, that they don't have a concussion. And I don't know too many teams that carry a doctor on the sideline. So,
that's a big thing, though. If you make that determination, especially like in a basketball game, that kid can't get back into that game.
So hopefully Tyler Grover's over there and he's doing okay, but they're checking him out. They got a brace on, so I wouldn't expect to see him back tonight.
Probably not, no.
As we've seen Reed Danielson and I think Nick Hafner's been in there some too, but Nick's been playing linebacker all season long. So Chatfield, I think they're another thing too. They're just trying to keep everybody healthy, keep everybody going, and
like I said, this is a war of attrition, Eric. I mean, you're trying to make it through this situation and you get to the next game, so you got at least a week to heal up from the Tuesday to Saturday. That's always a tough deal.
And we assume Zumbrota is going to take care of business as the number 3 seed,
Yes.
and that's another great football program over the years. So, I know when we were at the Dome back in the '90s, they were up there with that Priggy as one of the running backs. It was
Good football team.
Great battles between them and Kingsland to get to the Dome those years. So, another great program. But again, as we saw earlier in the seedings, this year Section 1AA again goes through Caledonia, the defending state champs.
No doubt about it.
Chatfield needs to take care of business here in the second half with a 20-point lead as Warnicky gets set to kick off and he booms it deep. And that's going to be a touchback over the head of Jake Peterson. So Chatfield will take over on the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. And right now they just need to keep doing what they're doing and grind that ball, run the ball, and go down and kind of put that first hammer in the nail in the coffin. So.
Yes. Well, you know, I from what I understand, Chatfield's junior varsity, 9th grade, and B squad, I guess if you call it that, 7th and 8th grade, had pretty good records, I think, against the similar opposition that their varsity plays.
Yep.
And so that's a good omen.
Yep.
That the kids need to come out and need to stay with that. Pine Island, on the other hand, also had that. I think their junior varsity in 9th grade wasn't too bad either. So they had sophomores playing on varsity. So that can make a difference. So here we go, nice again. Ooh,
makes another good cut, makes a miss, and broke that tackle at the line of scrimmage and ends up with about a 5 or 6 yard gain. So
part of what happens in the playoffs is, I feel, is that you're getting a little extra practice time.
Yep.
And that makes a difference. You got to use quality time on this. And actually, I know of teams who once they got done, you can still practice until the end of the season, until the end of football, if you wanted to. And I know of some cities teams that went out and practiced afterwards. After their season was done, they went out and took the juniors and sophomores and freshmen went out and practiced out. Some people on the western part of the state did that too.
As I saw number 19, Matt Salerno, limp off the field. Chatfield's that's their tight end. They're going to go in a 3 wide receiver set. And here's Nice again off the left side. And I think we're going to have a hold here against the Gophers. And that was about a 1 or 2 yard run there by Nice, but I think it's going to be holding, and it's going to make it 2nd and about 14 or 15 instead of 3rd and 4. So again, that penalties will kill you. They had that one series where they started out with 2 straight penalties and ended up with
back now inside their own 15-yard line, or about the 14-yard line, aren't they?
Yeah.
So now you got to be a little careful here.
Yeah, so it's 2nd and that's a spot penalty. So 2nd and 16, 17 yards.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. And that was holding, right?
Yep, holding against the Gophers. I didn't see who they called on, but I saw a pile of players at the line of scrimmage. Looked like we twisted and pulled somebody to the ground. So, quick snap. Scared. So they follow up the penalty with what looks like a busted play. He turned the hand off, and there was nobody there, I think. I don't know if we'll have a replay.
I'm looking at all the offensive linemen. They're going down. They're hitting at the line of scrimmage, going downfield, and he looked like he was going back to throw a ball.
Yeah, so.
That's not good.
Not how you want to start the second half for the Gophers, but we'll see here what they do on 3rd and long. Don't, nothing too cute. Don't give them better field position than they're already going to get. Your defense has been playing well. Just give them a chance.
Just give them a chance.
Don't back them up. But 2 for 2 for 23 yards in the first half on passing, but they were. And there's going to be another penalty on the Gophers. That's going to be a false start, as they were going on 2 and somebody went on 1, I think.
Yep. That's the way it looks like.
So
it's down to the 5-yard line.
As sharp as Chatfield looked in the first half.
Not so good now.
Not so good right now. But focus, pull it together, get what you can get on this play. I don't know. Did you ever have any 30 plays?
My playbook never had a play in for that particular situation.
Yeah.
I just say, okay, run a draw.
You guys run this play, everybody on the sidelines kneel and pray.
Yeah. Well, we just get 5 yards, come back and punt.
Yep. So hope for something
good. Oh,
good.
my goodness.
Jake Nice makes a guy miss, and boy,
I don't know. About 15 of it back.
Yep. So a little more room. We'll see who comes in to punt now, as Salerno was the punter.
Well, he was out there.
Was he out there? Okay.
Yeah, he was back out there.
Maybe he just kind of tweaked an ankle.
Yeah, he probably did.
So.
Yeah, now we've got 4th down and about 13. And
see a guy sprinting onto the huddle late there is, oh, yeah, we're punting. So let's save a timeout for the Gophers.
yeah, so this is the one that's into the wind a little bit up here. Now down there it may not be, but oh.
Little high snap, Salerno fields it and gets it off. Boy, that wind looks. There's a fair catch called by.
Okay, now here's where Chatfield's defense has to step up. You know, it is 27-7, but you make it 27-14. Now you're talking. You know, you got lots of time. They scored 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
A team that throws the ball is a dangerous team when you've got you know, time is on their side. You know, and so you've got to keep them out of the end zone here, force them into a punting situation if you can, and keep them out of the end zone.
Yeah, no, and they had 125 yards passing in the first half. Probably 40 or 50 of it came on that last play.
Yes.
But still, you know, they got speed. They got guys that can make you miss.
Yes.
4 wide receivers set, 3 left. Frick's going to look pressure by Lund. He takes off. He's going to drop the shoulder into Dakota Martin.
About
Takes
5
it down,
yards.
5 yards. That's one thing I did notice for a team that passed a lot. Their quarterback didn't run a whole lot, so he stays in the pocket and he doesn't want to run the ball too much. So a rare carry there for Frick.
Boy, he didn't get 5 yards. I guess he got about 2, 3.
2 or 3. So
Yeah, 2
second
yards.
and 8 for
Yes.
Pine Island.
Looked to me like he got that, but
A lot of running for 2 yards.
yes, it is. He took a pretty good hit at the end too, but they had pretty good pressure.
Yeah, so 3 wide receivers left, 1 right. Thornton the lone back. And now they're chipping down. Oh, Jeremy Beneke had an ankle and Frick slipped it, but he's still going to be, I think, tackled for about a half-yard loss.
So it'll be 3rd down and about 9. Pretty good pressure, good coverage back there. He didn't really have time, and of course, once he had people coming in on him, he started looking at them rather than at where the receivers were.
So good job by the Chatfield defensive backfield. Nobody open, and
didn't look like it.
I did notice their halfback or tailback number 39 Thornton that time stayed in, and he immediately went to Tyler Lund and chipped. So they're not going to let Tyler Lund go one-on-one tonight anymore. So
well, you got to have
bobble snap. Frick picks it up, pitches it to McGee. And this play, boy, that was disastrous from the start.
Yes.
They got maybe half a yard, but trailing by 20 points, you would assume this is 4-down territory for the Panthers.
I would think so, but you never know. They might say, well, we're going to take a chance and put them in bad field position. But, yeah, I think they'd probably go for it. It's on, 40-yard line, 39?
40-yard line. If they do punt, I would watch to see if number 22 is back there for that fake punt where he runs and... they're just going to go for it.
No? Yeah, they are. They're going to go for it.
And 2 wide receivers right, 1 left. Thornton, the tight end, on the left side. Frick takes the shotgun snap. And he's looking. He fires.
Oh!
Boy, he was looking for his favorite target, Atkinson, across the middle, but Jake Nice was all over it.
He almost had that interception.
Let's see if we get a replay here.
Wow, pretty good coverage, and we didn't get a lot of pressure on the quarterback, on Frick, but he did pretty good job of reading the defense. But boy, I tell you, Jake Nice is just, if he catches that, that's a touchdown.
And kind of a credit to the Chatfield's defensive line. I've seen their backs staying in and chipping over on Tyler Lund before they go out for a pattern. I don't even. It doesn't look like we're going to get a replay. I didn't see if the tight end went out that time either.
I didn't either. I guess I wasn't paying attention.
So
I was watching to see if we had any pressure on the quarterback. Oh, now what are we doing here?
I think they got to swap the ball out.
Oh, okay.
So.
Well, if we win this game, we'll be playing here against the winner between Zumbrota and St. Charles, right?
Yep, on Saturday.
On Saturday night at 7 o'clock. So really appreciate you doing this, by the way, Eric. We got Russ Smith on one, and we got Joel Young, and we've got Tim Hebrink on the other, right?
Yep, so camera guys up.
And Craig Manahan is down underneath, of course. Ooh.
That's going to be, I think, with 170 yards in the first half, Pine Island's now keying on Jake Nice.
I would say. And rightly so. I mean, I would have been doing that too.
35-8.
Okay, so Goodhue's up 35-8 now in the second half for that matchup in 1A.
And I think Kingsland just isn't going to be able to match up with their firepower. I mean, they took care of Pine Island here. I think it was 53-12 or 7 like that.
It was the first game of the year.
First game of the year. So they're a legit team.
Yeah. There's another team that's usually up at the Dome.
Yes.
Well,
they come out of a tougher AA conference.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Nice hole there for Nice, but
Yes.
it closes quickly, and it's going to be a couple yards. And Chatfield's going to be down with 3rd and 6 or 7. That's not what you want to see. Jake Nice limping back to the huddle.
Well, he's going to have to work it off a little bit.
And they're going to put Jake Peterson's probably going to go in at the tailback.
Yes.
And Nice is going to come off.
And then Mitch Narveson will go at the wide receiver.
So you got Julian and Narveson going right as the wide receivers. Salerno splits out left as another one, and you got Viss and Jake Peterson in the back. But here's the option. He pitches to Jake Peterson, and there McGee all over that one. A big loss. So Pine Island's defense steps up and returns the favor with a stop of their own. And Chatfield just doesn't look fired up here in the second half.
Well, they need to, on that one, maybe, and the second guess, of course, and hindsight is 120%, but you may need to cut that, quarterback needs to cut that up, take that pitch and cut it upfield, and maybe they'll stay at home, because right now they're going right to the pitch man as fast as they can.
We have a flag.
Illegal substitution.
Illegal substitution against the Gophers. Another 5-yard penalty back.
Wow.
Up. And that is their 3rd or 4th penalty here in the second.
Yeah, 3rd, I think. They had the holding, they had the offside, now they had this. Oh.
5:28 left here in the 3rd quarter, and Chatfield just needs to regroup. The good news is nobody scored, so they still have a 20-point lead.
Good punt.
And number 12, Luke Schmidt with a rather risky field play. There's a lot of dark blue jerseys around that ball.
Yes.
So.
Well, and I commend the young man for with the courage, but it's probably a better part of valor.
Better make sure you come up with that ball.
Right.
So, and he only got maybe a yard on that. So,
yeah.
Give me 1st and 10 on their own 36-yard line for the Panthers.
We should probably tell the people too listening in who are watching this. You can go to streaming video on the website www.ci.chatfield.mn.us.
Okay.
That's the website, and you'll go to that and just click on sports, and it'll get you CCTV, and it'll get you into sports. So.
And I don't know how many people usually tune in to watch this game the night of, but tonight it can't be aired until midnight because it's a State High School League playoff game.
It has to be 12:01.
12:01. 12:01. So for those of you, if you turn on the TV tonight at 10:30, hoping to watch some of the game, it ain't going to be there.
No, it won't be there. But it'll be shown after that on different times during the week too. So.
And then Thursday night, I know the girls host the opening round of the volleyball playoffs, and if they win that matchup, they play Saturday as well at
1 o'clock?
1:30 up at Mayo Civic. So,
okay.
And here's the Cody Rubel's out on defensive end. You got Rubel. As they do a quick pass out to, is that 22?
Yes.
Dakota Martin on the tackle.
Akeson, yeah, they had a good coverage on that. The first down was just a little running play, didn't get any yards, and now it's 2nd down, and that was 2nd down, it's 3rd down and 11.
And I see Jake Nice back over there as defensive back.
Yeah.
So
he just he got his ankle tweaked, and he just
shake it off, walk it off.
Got through it.
It's going to be sore tomorrow.
Yeah, probably sore all the time.
3 wide receivers left, shotgun. Frick back. A lot of time. This time now the Gophers get some pressure. He rolls back. There's going to be blown coverage for the Gophers. And McGee's racing. Jesse Julian's going to catch him down about the 2-yard line. So you give a quarterback that much time back there.
Oh, yes. See, now that's just what you didn't want to have happen there. You get down inside the 5-yard line, and just a blown coverage. And we got this guy over here, 23. He's following man-to-man. We got nobody on this guy over here who is 10, and that's whoever was covering 10.
And Julian makes a save there. We'll see if it ends up. Touchdown ruled for Marcus Frick on the quarterback keeper there. And that's going to make it 27-13 here with 3:34 to go in the third.
Was that about a 2-yard run?
Yep. And let's see if it looks like Ben Warnicki's in to try the extra point to make it a 13-point game.
Okay, well, that was a good play by Pine Island. And
Chatfield's going to need to start getting some
Yes.
more pressure on that quarterback. I saw 3 guys blocking Tyler Lund on that play. Well, if there's 3 guys on one, we either need to send more bodies or somebody's not beating their one-on-one block. So
that's right, and it's just too much time given to the quarterback to throw the ball. You can't get that. You got to keep him inside that pocket too.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. Well, that was a good play by Pine Island to get down inside where they did, but just can't. That's why I say a team that throws the ball all the time is a dangerous team because they can score from anywhere.
Yep, and that's the second touchdown. Or no, sorry, that wasn't McGee didn't score, but that was a big play for McGee there.
Yes.
And and it just keeps getting worse for Kingsland. Now they're down 41-8. I think we could probably put that one in the books. Good, he was moving on. So
yes, which I kind of anticipated. But.
Yep. And that's another between Goodhue, Southland, and Fillmore Central. There's 3 good teams down in that section as well.
Yeah,
So
section one,
section 1 in all the classes is pretty well stacked this
pretty
year.
well tough. Yeah, typical of this area in football, as far as the smaller schools are concerned.
Yeah. Warnicki gets set to kick. His extra point was good. 13-point lead for the Gophers as they're up 27-14.
Oh.
It's going to be another touchback. So first and 10 Gophers at the 20-yard line, and shake it off. Forget about it, and just get back to doing the good stuff you were doing in the first half. Get down, block somebody, stay set till the ball snapped. None of those mental mistakes.
They just can't. They can't afford to make mistakes like that. They're just not. We're not that good yet as far as against anybody. We got to play good football all the time. And
officials timeout as Cody Rubel, Gophers center tonight, is having some issues with the chin strap. There he's got it set. And now they blow it back as its play clock rolls. And again, have to start looking. They've been keying on Jake Nice, who's back in the game at tailback. 2 wide receivers right, 1 left. Vis the fullback. Nate Scary under center. He hands to Jake Nice, who's got some room up the middle. He finally breaks through. Nice cut to the outside, and he's got some room. First down. He finally brought out of bounds about the 50-yard line, so that'd be a 30-yard run for Jake Nice.
He gets him up. He gets it up out of in better field position too. Just an excellent run. I tell you what, he just cut in, cut out, and he ran past one of the linebackers. We have the replay here.
Bounces off.
Good block over there. Good cut. Yeah. Ooh. Just a body on a body there. We just got to keep our feet chopping, offensive linemen. Keep your feet chopping, get yourself in the way of people, and turn your body so they can cut off that.
So Chatfield here back to the good ground game. Nice 30. They marked it out at the 47, so it'll be 27-yard run for Nice. As again, now this time up the right side, and he's just bobbing and weaving. Now he's going to hit the outside. Turns around a couple of defenders, and they finally find him, and he stays in bounds, and he gets, somebody square up and tackle him, I guess, if you're the Pine Island Panthers.
Anyway, Jake Nice is just, his feet are always going. He's always looking. He can accelerate so quick.
A replay.
Yeah, here's a good one. Cut upside. Ooh, then he cuts outside, and 32 doesn't even know where it was at. And nice stiff arm. Yep.
Number 11 still trying to find an ankle. Boy, Jake Nice.
Yes.
There's something to look forward to the next 2 years too, between sophomore running back, sophomore quarterback.
Yeah.
A couple offensive linemen.
Jamie LaPlante.
Jamie Plant and Adler.
Yeah.
Ooh. I think everybody over here saw that ball coming out.
Justin Viss. And he's still running hard, too, boy, I tell you that.
So Justin Viss on about a 8-yard carry, and thank you for holding on to that ball.
Yeah. Well, again, he was...
Here's the replay. We'll see that ball bobble out there.
He's a player, Justin is. Well, yeah, he was paying attention to that when he got 9 yards on the deal.
Yep, and I think if he gets that ball tucked away and doesn't have to bobble it, he could go a little farther because that guy was dragging on his feet when he was trying to grab the ball. So 2nd and 2 for the Gophers. And again, Viss up the middle, and there's going to be a
first down.
And you don't want to see Justin Viss.
Oh. That's not good.
And if there's anybody that usually pops up, regardless of what's going on, it's Justin Viss.
Right.
So you hope it's nothing serious.
Now they need to have a fullback.
I believe the backup fullback is number 32, Dakota Martin.
Yeah, he is. I think so. Yeah.
You're going to reset the sticks. Why?
He hasn't moved very much there. I don't know. I think he has moved a little bit, but I don't know what it is.
I don't know if we have a replay or not. Of course, depending on what the replay looks like, sometimes you don't want to see that stuff
exactly.
too. So.
Yeah. Oh.
And they're looking down at looks like his left leg. Of course, Justin also has wrestling season coming up too, so he's a great three-sport, only a junior.
Yes.
But, boy, that'd be a tough one to fill in for as Gophers, both sides of the ball. But they're going to help him out. And I'm trying to think of...
Yeah, he's fine. His ankle, I think, is what got twisted up. Or anyway, he's walking a little gingerly, but I'm not quite sure.
You always worry about the knee when they're down there
exactly.
looking at. You already have 3 Gophers this year suffered really bad knee injuries. Nick Peterson, Luke Eisensee, and Mike Mabe. Nick Peterson's back playing now, but
his happened before the season even started.
I
happened
had him go
work,
through the work and then jumped during the starting lineup introductions and
landed wrong
and just kind of finalized what was already bad. So we got a flag for an illegal substitution. Is
wow.
As you see, Dakota Martin checks in for Viss. Viss over on the bench. Looks like they're looking at taping up that ankle.
Yes, it looks like they're gonna.
It's going to be 1st and 15 now for Chatfield after that penalty. And, boy, that's the story so far here in the second half is Pine Island doing a better job pass blocking and Chatfield doing a bad job on the penalty side of the ball.
Exactly. They've had 4
or 5.
Yeah.
Here comes a blitz from McGee, and they're going to hand off to Nice. And he finds room on the right side, and he breaks through. Boy, nice ducked under for Jake Nice as he gets a first down.
Wow, that was good running, boy.
And Jake Nice, he's got to be, he's over 200 yards now.
Yeah.
So I know after the 253-yard game, his dad was kind of worried about who's going to have the most rushing yards in a game in the house. And Jake's scaring him again, I'm sure. So great.
Good cut. That was a first down, too, right? So it's on the 8-yard line?
This is 6 on the scoreboard.
Yeah,
so
6, yeah.
1st and goal on the 6. Jake Peterson comes now over to the right side. 3 wide receivers. And again, it's going to go to Jake Nice right up the middle, and he's stuffed by number 25, Chris Gillard, and 39, Thornton, their middle linebacker. So good play by those 2 guys. And
good play by the Pine Island defense that time. They held them to about a yard. I would think I would continue more onto that right side or left side off tackle rather than up in the middle. I know that
number 39's been there all day.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a little tougher up inside, especially down inside. You get more at an angle, you can maybe make a cut and get upfield.
And Salerno has a quick word for the backfield. Kind of maybe lets everybody know where that one's going, I guess. But about maybe a 1-yard gain for the Gophers. That's going to bring up 3rd and goal. And boy, you got looks like about 5'8" Trevor Atkinson on 6'2" Jesse Julian.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying.
Well, there's that opportunity. Although he's a pretty good. Atkinson is a pretty good basketball player. Julian is going to be able to sky a little bit better. But that pass has got to be over.
Yeah. Now it's Jesse's on the left side, and it's a Luke Schmidt.
Yeah.
And there it is, the toss-up. And good play by Luke Schmidt. Just goes up, makes good timing, and bats the ball away. So that'll make it.
Well, they switched off, didn't they?
Well, they moved him over to the left side this time. Last 2 times he's been on the right, but, it was just one of those jump ball plays, and you give credit to Luke Schmidt as he timed his jump and batted it away.
Okay, and that's the end of the quarter.
So that'll be end of the third quarter. Chatfield leads 27-14. A 2-yard touchdown plunge by Marcus Frick, the only score in the third quarter for Pine Island, as they cut into that 20-point lead. And we'll see here. I know Matt Salerno has kicked several field goals this year. Let's see here.
This is within his range really well. I mean, he kicked one that was, I think, about a 5-yarder against Kingsland to win that game.
Yep.
And and he's kicked another one, or he attempted one that was good. It was a penalty or something like that, and took him out of the range at about, I think it was about like a 22. That'd have been like about a 30-yarder or something like that. So he has a pretty good leg. I don't know how his accuracy is as far as that goes. We haven't really been challenged or had to do that. So.
As you see, they're still checking out Justin Viss down there on the sidelines.
Yeah,
got him laying on the ground, checking some things.
Yeah.
Some things out. But, if they do go for the field goal, that's what they opt for. That makes it a 16-point game. And then you need 2 touchdowns and two two-point conversions. So, basically, you got to put it in the end zone 4 times.
Yes. Well, it looks to me like they're going to go for it here.
So, 4th and goal on the 5-yard line. And let's see what they've come up with.
They got Akison over here on this other side. You got Salerno tight end on this side.
So Jake Nice and Jake Peterson split right. Julian and Salerno, your 2 tight ends, and Dakota Martin, the only back. It's going to be a pass to Salerno, who
nice pass.
Keeps his feet and sticks the ball across the goal line. Great play by Matt Salerno.
Yes.
They had him wrapped up, and he very alertly stuck the ball out and broke the plane. So that's going to make it 33-14 in favor of Chatfield with just 6 seconds off the clock here in the fourth quarter. Here's the replay. Roll out to the right for Scary, and he finds Salerno, who...
Oh, yes. He wasn't in either.
No, he kept his feet. And, again, the tackling for Pine Island, they got to, they should have had that stopped, I guess. They hit him 2 yards short of the goal line. He just kept his feet turning, and Matt Salerno with a great play. Going for 2 to make up for the missed extra point, I guess. And it's going to be another pass. And again, Salerno. So great play action pass. And this time they were worried about Julian, and he was the decoy, and Salerno found that flat. So that makes it 35-14 in favor of the Gophers. 21-point lead here with 11:54 to go in the fourth quarter. And now it's here's the replay.
Good pass. Look at this, a zip right there.
Right on the money for Nate Scary. And
good job by Salerno catching the ball. Hang on to it, got upfield.
So 2 connections there from Scary to Salerno. Put the Gophers up by 21. And special teams takes field. And now you're getting down to that point where they just need to not give up that big play.
That's right.
If they're going to score, you make them run some time off the clock and just kind of grind it out. So
well, make them go a long ways to get it. If they're going to try and get a touchdown, make them have to go a long ways for a long period of time. And if that's the case, then that's we could end up 35-21 or whatever.
Yep.
Just take a lot of time off the clock. But you want your defense to play well, because this whole thing builds up into the Saturday night game too. And if you're playing well, that just kind of a roll, and the momentum's going. A lot of the hurts go away, and you just don't hurt as bad. Ooh.
That again was close to offsides, but the speedy Trevor Axon fields it at about the 5-yard line. We'll see. Don't let him bust loose. Breaks a couple of tackles from the left to the right, and there he gets tripped up by Jeremy Bennigue, the big play boy. And if he doesn't get tripped up there, there was a wall on that side.
Yes.
See if we have a replay on that.
I was looking. I thought he was in amongst that group, and all of a sudden he's running the other way.
Yep.
I couldn't see very well.
I don't think we're going to get a replay on that, but
yeah.
As the offense takes to the field, I would assume we'll see a lot of 4 wide receiver sets and some 4 wide receivers to the right, one left.
There's no backfield.
Empty backfield.
Yes, they're all man to man, I think.
So 2 safeties, and it's going to be a quarterback keeper. So not sure.
Well, he's trying to See what the defense lines up as, but
and no huddle offense now for Pine Island as they
Right.
go with a 5 wide receiver. I don't think it's going to be another quarterback sneak.
I would doubt. Nope, but he's going to
And-
run off tackle.
So now Chatfield with that 2 safety set.
Well, with that five receiver set, the quarterback and is under center. There's really not going to have a lot of time to throw the ball because you send a linebacker, they don't have anybody to block that person coming through.
And with this out, it's going to be
Yes.
looks like Jake Peterson takes over at that middle linebacker spot, and he tracks down Frick on that one and wraps him up for about a 4 or 5 yard gain. And if you're
Yes.
going to go for his defense, probably frustrating to have him doing this, but if you want to get 4 and 5 yard run plays down the field, that's okay by the coaching staff. I'm sure you're going to run 4 or 5 minutes off the clock.
Yes.
And again, this time he's going off the left side, and flag on the play. And usually these flags have not been kind to the Gophers tonight.
I wonder what that's all about.
And personal foul Chatfield for
Late hit, maybe, I suppose, or oh, see, that's the kind of thing that puts you in a bad spot.
Yeah, I thought maybe they had a face mask, but I don't know.
I didn't see it, just personal foul.
Huh.
Oh, Nick Peterson is 73 because and of course in this deal here, what they're going with is now they're
Now
going to throw the ball.
pass. Oh, nice play by Reed Danielson
Yes.
there to break up the pass, and Jesse almost got that tip, but it was out of bounds. So good defense by Reed there. They seem to just
Yes.
always go to that solo side, and that's it. Here's the replay. Finally, a pass out of the 5 wide receiver set.
Good job.
Yep, and
I thought Jesse was going to get that. Ooh, that was close.
Trying to keep his feet in bounds and lean. That was probably a better job by the wide receiver playing defense. Otherwise, Reed has a pick there.
Yep.
And that was Hauser, number 32. Frick again, this time with Thornton in the backfield to block. And they're looking for Atkinson across the middle, but there was 2 guys on him. And Atkinson's hoping for a flag, but he needs to just get back in the huddle and let the coach worry about it.
Well, they haven't. I didn't see any contact, but maybe there was. Well, again, we got 3rd down now and 10. Chatfield's got in a position now, even though they had that personal foul penalty, they can make them face a 4th down, and they have to have a good 3rd down play here now.
And this is what they didn't do after the first personal foul,
Yeah.
is buckle down and just keep playing tough defense.
Exactly.
So 3 wide receivers to the right. This time they go to Thornton on the draw. He's probably going to pick up
About
7
6.
or 6.
Yeah, 6 or 7.
6 or 7, but again, 4 down territory for the rest of the way, I'm sure, for Pine Island.
It's a manageable 4th down.
Yep. Now you can't just sit 3rd and long. You can, or 4th and long. You can sit back and assume it's a pass play.
Yeah.
On 4th and short, you got to be ready for anything.
That's a big play here for this in this quarter, especially for the Pine Island Panthers. Chatfield's a big play because they want to get the ball back and control the game.
Trevor Axon takes the snap, and he's going to run for a 1st down for Pine Island as the quarterback Frick was lined up over as a wide receiver on the right side.
So it's that Wildcat.
Wildcat, yeah. That Miami Dolphins developed.
Yes. It's just another way of putting a running back out there.
Yeah, and we've seen the Gophers do it with Jake Nice a couple times
Yes.
this year as well. So, again, the hurry-up offense, shotgun formation. And McGee takes it this time. And
Actually, that's McGee, isn't
McGee,
it?
yep, number 10, the carrier, not Frick.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure on the replay now. They're cutting the legs out from Tyler Lund, not letting him get up the field. So that's kind
an
of
illegal block.
Frick drops back to pass, tucks it and runs. He's going to have some room and puts his head down and bowls over. But some extracurriculars back at the line of scrimmage. we'll see who this penalty goes against, if it's the Gophers or Pine Island.
Personal foul.
There's a replay as Frick takes on Mitch Narverson there. And I'd like to see a replay again if we could.
I don't think so. I don't know. Jeremy Beneke and that other young man from Pine Island was mixing it up.
Yep.
And he called
Josh Gutzmer. They called Jeremy. And Coach Johnson saying, yeah, but what about what that guy was doing, I believe. So
yes.
It's going to make it 1st and goal for the Panthers on the 3-yard line. And we've noticed here this drive, Frick not known for running the ball this season.
That's all he's been doing.
That's all he's been doing. So spread out the defense and let him run. So
I think he's thrown maybe 2 passes.
2 passes, yep.
Yeah.
They're going to bring a guy in and line up 3 left, 1 right. Single back set. It's going to be Thornton up the middle.
Gets down about the 1-yard line.
So 8:44, 43 clicking times ticking off. You know, if you're the Gophers, you're up by 21 points. You really don't want to give up a score, but they've ran 3 or 4 minutes off the clock, so I'd be coaching up your special teams on the sideline on onside kick, and there's going to be Frick. And we have a penalty, so hold on for the score. And it's going to be against Pine Island, false start. It's going to back them up 5 yards, so going to be 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line for Pine Island. So we'll see what Pine Island does now. 3 left, 1 right. They drop back to pass. Lund with pressure throws up. And incomplete. Just kind of a jump ball up there, and good defense by the Gophers. Tyler Lund, they must not have triple teamed him that time, because he was coming around the corner. I think Frick knew he was coming.
Well, it looked like you could see him, his hand up and so forth. You know, they've been doubling him all the time in the second half. And they've been chipping him with a back too, coming out.
And I guess I haven't been seeing if the Gophers still been sending the line. I suppose it's hard to send a linebacker in when you got 5 wide receivers running around.
Exactly.
So just 3 down linemen with the pressure, and Pine Island's been doing a good job of blocking here. Now they got a tight end. Frick back to pass. It's going to be a screen. And McGee with a nice touchdown grab. And great screen pass there for the Panthers. It's going to make it 35-20. Warnicki comes in for the extra point. And if you're Chatfield now, expect something sneaky on the kickoff, I would assume. And just get the ball and get to your run game and start grinding out that last 8 minutes of the 4th quarter.
The kick is good.
So, kick is good. Makes it 35-21, 14-point lead for the Gophers with 8:09 left here in the 4th quarter. And you got to expect some of this is
onside kick type stuff.
Kick. And
you got to be ready for everything now.
And Pine Island's got a lot of seniors over there, senior stack team, and they're letting her all hang out now.
Okay.
So 48-14 now. Goodhue up on Kingsland. And
it's in the 3rd quarter, so.
Boy, that's a long 3rd quarter.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, Eric, Chatfield just has to answer the bell now. You got to be ready for everything. You got to be prepared for an onside kick, and you get yourself into a offensive position where you're going to start using up some time and take the ball down the field. Don't let their offense get back.
Yeah, and calm down. Enough of the personal foul penalties.
Yeah, I tell you.
It's getting chippy and it's a physical game, but you're up.
You're up.
Don't help them any more than they need. You know,
that's exactly right.
They were driving the ball as it was, and they get a freebie. So
yeah, you can't do that.
And there's going to be a
whistle blew.
whistle blew. So guys waving it dead.
He didn't touch it. It has to go 10 yards anyway.
Well, not if we're the first ones to touch it.
But it has to be kicked.
Yeah. And I'm not sure what the deal is, but I did hear a whistle blow before we picked up the ball. So
these are the guys we had at Fillmore Central, you know.
Okay.
They're from Decorah.
Decorah?
I think so. Cresco or Decorah, I'm not sure.
Okay.
You can't advance that ball even if they had
touched it. You can just recover it.
You just can recover it.
Now, if it goes 9 yards and one of our guys runs up and touches it,
you can go up and pick it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go up and take it. Then you can advance it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
But that wasn't kicked, and so they have, after a score, you have what's called a free kick option. See, so
okay.
You can place kick it, or you could drop kick it, or you could even punt it if you wanted to.
Well, let's see what they try and do this time. Warnicki, I'm assuming it's an onside of some sort.
Yeah, it's a knuckleball.
And it's going to go out of bounds.
They'll get the ball at the 35, or you could have them kick over at the from the 35.
And I was going to say I didn't see a flag thrown, but he just kind of politely dropped it at his side.
Yeah, it's an ugly penalty. It can make you force a penalty there, but
I would assume Chatfield's just going to take the ball and enough with the onside attempts.
Yes, get the ball and then and don't fumble. And make good decisions here and get down the field.
And thankfully for the Gophers, Cody Rubel, the backup center, was the starting center all last year. So not a big huge,
transition.
You know, those snaps can sometimes cause problems. But scary with Dakota Martin and Jake Nice in the backfield. Hands off to Nice. He's off the...
Oh.
And just about broke another couple tackles, but it's going to be about a 1 or 2 yard loss for Jake Nice.
We got to keep blocking here now. We got under 8 minutes, but still, there's 2 scores. They can do that pretty quickly, just like they did. Came down the field. We scored with 11:34, 6 seconds gone, or 16 seconds gone, and in the fourth quarter. But then they came back and scored in about 3.5 minutes. So. That's what is going on here.
Number 51 must have an equipment malfunction, and they had to take him off the field. So number 21, Brendan Dugstead's coming on the field to replace him. 51 was Josh Gutzmer, one of the linebackers. So Chatfield, 3 wide receivers set. Narveson and Salerno right, Julian left, Martin and Nice in the backfield. And would assume it's an all-ground game, as that's what they're assuming, as Pine Island's playing it well. Number 25, Chris Gilliard on the the tackle. Nice play, and that's going to make it 3rd and 12. Not what you want to do if you're Chatfield.
Right now, you don't, and you kind of don't want to throw the ball either, because you don't want to stop the clock with an incomplete pass. But you might want to run some kind of sweep. That type of play action maybe, and look for Salerno.
Okay.
And Jesse Julian hasn't been. They got double him. They're doubling him, of course, over here.
They got Hauser, and looks like there's going to be a fullback dive.
That's a good move. That's all right.
And you're going to run 2 minutes off the clock.
Yes.
And probably put them around 25, 30-yard line, depending on the punt. You got the wind at your back now for the punter.
As long as you get down there with good coverage. Now, we've seen some bad punt coverage, too, in the past. Now, hopefully they've gotten that straightened out and don't let that happen here. So
get a good snap, good kick, and get down and cover things. So, boy, in Chatfield, a couple injuries here, and everybody's wondering what's going on. So.
Yep.
Fair catch at the 35-yard line for Atkinson. And Jesse Julian's now down on the ground for Chatfield.
Well, we've got 5:43 to go, and there's a 14-point lead. So Chatfield just has to play some really good defense here, keep them out of the mix of things here, keep them back here, force them into long, fourth and long, that kind of deal.
And let's see if they come out in that 5 wide receiver set. Otherwise, hopefully they can start sending a linebacker again, because they've been doing a good job of.
I'd almost go to a 43. I see they've gotten they're
5 wide receivers.
Yeah.
And it's going to be pass to McGee on a little bubble screen. He's going to run around and get back to the line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play. Perfect for us. And I almost, nobody
looked like
really.
Everybody else was standing when he threw the ball.
Yep. I was going to say maybe he was supposed to catch it, throw it, but there wasn't anybody running a pass route.
Yeah.
So if he was supposed to throw it, somebody missed something. This time they go 4 wide receivers and leave Thornton in the block. And Beneke's going to wrap up Frick for a quarterback sack, bring him down at 35. And I'm sure Jeremy feels a little redemption after that personal foul. So good job by Jeremy. That's a lot. He might be a nose tackle, but you're not going to outrun him.
He does that really well. But we got to have pressure. We only got 3 coming. I don't think he's been sending a linebacker. They've gotten they're spying. Yeah, they're not sending anybody.
And boy, great catch by Thornton as the coverage was there. Nick Peterson was there, and as well as I think Nick Hafner, and just didn't turn and see the ball. And Thornton caught her, and that's going to be a first down on 3rd and long. So
we got to get some pressure on the quarterback. The only place we're having pressure is with Tyler London. They got 2 on him, and he's getting tired.
So that's going to be to Atkinson for about a 5-6 yard gain as he runs out of bounds and stops the clock. 4.5 minutes here to go in the 4th quarter. And
I think I'd get a linebacker in on that quarterback.
Yep. And
somebody anyway, because we aren't really getting any pressure on that quarterback whatsoever.
Nope.
And we have to have some pressure on him. We only got 3 coming. They got everybody in coverage, but you got to get in coverage. So you might as well be sending somebody after that quarterback.
And with Justin Viss and Tyler Grover already out, some of the guys you've been rotating around to give breathers, your subs are pretty well depleted. Jamie LaPlante, too, on the sideline, just kind of in case. That's going to be a deep ball. Oh, boy. And I don't know exactly how what happened, but Jake Peterson looked like he was going to tip it. And he missed it, and luckily enough, it was enough of a distraction that Atkinson didn't catch it. Oy.
Well, that's it. I don't care what you do. You don't do that. You go to the ball.
Yeah.
You don't do that. If you're not intercepting it, you're not. Oh.
Jake Nice gets kind of turned around and through the hands of number 22. He's going to wish he had that play back because that's 6 points.
Yep.
And Gophers kind of looking like the Vikings with a second half lead here, that soft zone. And there's Thornton over the left side. He's going to have a first down and more, down to about the 21, 20. Oh, they call him out of bounds at the 25. So first down run there by Thornton. It's going to stop the clock with 4:18. And, the one touchdown to make it a 14-point lead is one thing. Now you're looking at a 7-point lead, and anything can happen.
Exactly right.
You look how fast Chatfield scored at the end of the first half with Justin Viss. It doesn't take but one busted play. So 4 wide receiver set, three to the right. Frick takes the shotgun snap here. Plenty of time, no pressure there. Finally, Tyler Long gets around and pushes him out of the pocket. He's just going to throw it out of bounds.
Well, we got to have more pressure. We got just a little pressure on Tyler Lund's side. We aren't having any pressure on the other side. We got to get off of those blocks and get into the quarterback's face. Make him throw earlier. He's got a lot of time.
Finally, Chatfield gets a sub, and Cody Rubel comes out as Brandon Adler comes in. And I know Rubel's been used to playing one way all year. So, you start putting him both ways, and this is going to be that time of the game where it shows. So Brandon Adler in over on that right side now. 3rd down now after that play.
Our kids are getting a little tired too with that no huddle offense, and we just need to keep working, go after it.
And here's Frick, plenty of time, fires, caught. Number 28. No question about that one there after that one went through his hands.
Boy, I tell you what, are they getting held out on the outside edge, though? They're so interested in calling holding. I tell you what, Brandon Adler, watch him come through there. Yeah, see, look at that. He got his shoulder pulled down.
It's going to be a run play. And it's going to dive down to the 1 yard line for Thornton as Pine Island still in that hurry-up offense. And Chatfield needs to pull things together here.
Yes, they do. This is going to be touch and go here.
And this is just a lot of heart and hustle here by the Panthers. Frick's going to keep it. And they're going to rule him down by contact short of the end zone as the ball came out. But still the hurry-up offense here. Under 3 minutes now on the clock. And another quarterback keeper, and Frick's going to have another touchdown carry. So 1 yard dive, and Justin Viss doing sprints on the sideline saying, I've had enough of this watching stuff. We'll see if he comes back. But Chatfield needs to find something here.
Well, then you look at a onside kick, and
Ben Warnicki kicks it through, and that's going to make it 35-27. So that 2-point conversion by the Gophers looking really big right about now to keep it at a 7-point game. So, because Warnicki been right down the middle every time.
He's kicking well. Now Chatfield's going to have to buck up a little bit, and we got some tired kids coming off the line of scrimmage. And you're running after that quarterback all the time. If you aren't getting anything done, you get pretty frustrated. So you got to look for a onside kick, that type of thing here, pooch kick. You got to be ready for everything. And Chatfield's going to have to get their stuff together and go after it. It's 28-35.
Something's up with my.
I can hear you.
You can hear me? I can't hear you. So.
Okay. Do this one. There. Can you hear me now? Okay. Well, I think it's still working.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I'll just pretend I know what's going on. And what is going on is Chatfield has seen their 21-point lead turn to a 7-point lead with 2:47 here in the fourth quarter.
And that's the nature of high school football, Eric. They tend to.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
Huh. Well,
there's that right there.
Okay.
Anyway, we got Chatfield's getting ready. They got one deep receiver, and they're going to try and pooch kick it. You got to be ready for this now, guys. Here we go.
Here's Warnicki. And Mitch Narvison does a good job following on
it. Yes. Now you got to eat up the clock.
2:47, and whatever energy, whatever mojo you got left, you bring it into this, and you chew up 2 minutes and 47 seconds.
Yes. They don't get the ball back.
And the nice thing for Pine Island is they haven't used any of their timeouts, I don't think. So
I don't believe so.
They did all that no huddle stuff, and they've done what they've needed to do to get back in this game. So Gophers here with 1st and 10 on the their own 49-yard line. And
we got to have
Jake Nice off the left side, and boy, he's stuffed immediately right at the line of scrimmage, so no gain there. And
well, I tell you what, our offensive line has got to start blocking some. They're sending people, our linebackers being missed, or their linebackers being missed. We got to be able to do something.
And Justin Viss checks back into the football game at fullback, and I saw him doing some sprints. He must be okay.
Yeah.
His dad, wrestling coach Joel Viss, down there on the sideline.
Yeah, he's with the doctor. They said, go ahead.
So we'll see what they do here. Here comes McGee on the blitz. Nice juke there by Jake Nice to avoid him. And McGee's down for Pine Island.
They're flying to the ball now. If they'd have been playing defense like that
in the
first half, it would have been a different story.
So, timeout Pine Island. 3rd and 10 for the Gophers here. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. And Chatfield now just needs to ring up some kind of play that's going to make this game over. So
yeah, they got to figure something out here. And I would tell you what I would do is I'd be honest with you, with just under 2 minutes, they have you got Salerno and you got Jesse Julian.
Yep.
And those are the two that I would look at. Some play with those because they're going to be they're doubling Jesse Julian.
Yep.
Okay, you bring Salerno back across the middle. They forget about that tight end, the kind of one that scored that touchdown on, and the 2-point play. That's what you look at. Maybe you can get some yardage then. Well, 1 minute and 57 seconds to go, but Chatfield's hanging on to a 7-point lead. This has become a little closer than what Chatfield anticipated, but they haven't played that well the second half.
No.
Had a lot of penalties.
It's a 4 wide receiver set. Justin Viss in the backfield. Now Jake Nice comes in motion. The dive to Viss, and Viss, boom, gone.
Yes.
It's a foot race with McGee, and McGee's not going to get there, and that should seal it up for the Gophers.
Yes. Wow, what is that? That's a
50-yard touchdown run by Justin Viss. And was his teammates pick up Austin McGee. He just couldn't get there that time, and that's going to be a very disappointed young man, number 10 there for the Panthers, as he gave it everything he had and just couldn't bring Justin Viss down there, and that's Justin Viss's 3rd touchdown of the game.
He's got to have 100 and some yards too.
And he had 56 at halftime, and that one's for 50. So.
Yep. And plus he had some yardage in between.
Yep, yardage in between there. So.
Yes.
I think his ankle's okay.
Yep. And the kick is good.
Kick is good for Matt Salerno, and that's going to put him back up 42-28. And with 1:48, that should just about do it.
That makes it pretty tough for him to come back now. I have to give Pine Island Panthers credit there in that second half. They have not backed off one bit, and they came down and they put a lot of pressure on the Chatfield Gophers. Made it a 7-point game, but here with one play by Justin Viss, he just was able to do what's necessary and get that run. I tell you what, he ran. He wasn't going to be denied.
No.
Once he broke the line of scrimmage.
I think some frustration built up as he was getting checked out on the sideline of watching things unfold, thinking I could be making a difference out there. And when he got back in, he's like, put it on me, Coach, I'll get her.
Yeah, and it's a good play at 3rd down because you're thinking with that spread, you're thinking they're going to throw the ball because it was 3rd and 10.
Yeah.
And it was a good call on offensive.
Once he broke through that front line, it was all over.
Yeah.
So.
And he's a tough guy to bring down in the first place, and he was a certain amount of anger, I think, coming out because he was sitting on the sideline.
Yep. So, and that was a great try there by McGee to track him down, but just.
Well, even so, we had the first down.
Yep. And now you just need to not give up a big special teams play, and lawn boots are deep, and that's over the head of McGee, and that's going to be a touchback. So
I know, and Chatfield got caught up in a little bit of that chippiness too, in that in a couple of those. And I don't know about that personal foul over on that other side, over in that one. And Jeremy, I think, probably got caught. He was the second guy in. I think.
Yeah, it's always the guy that retaliates, not the guy that started. The guy that retaliates usually gets the penalty.
Exactly. So those kind of put us in bad spot. But even so, they went down the field pretty well, and they're going to come back after it again. They got nothing to lose. They're 1-7. They're the 7th seed. They're just going to keep after it.
Yep. And 4 wide receiver set as Frick takes the shotgun snap, and here comes Adler, and they're trying a little screen play to McGee. He finds some room, breaks a couple tackles, and finally they go for a swarm and bring him down. So
it's a first down.
First down for Pine Island, as they're not going to give up.
No.
They haven't given up yet. So the other thing for Chatfield is this fourth quarter is winding down. You got to look ahead to Saturday and think we need to play full 4 quarters.
Yeah, exactly right.
You look at the Southland game.
Yes.
The first half was kind of like this second half's been.
Yes.
And you lose by 2 or 3 points there, you have a better first half, and you're 6-2 or so. So, with Zumbrota, Mazeppa, and Caledonia down the road, you better play a full 4 quarters. Otherwise, your season's going to end.
Yeah, it's done, and it's either win or go home, and that's kind of what you have to be ready for. And we we got to have a little bit of pressure on this quarterback here.
And I see
Get your hand up.
jump ball here to Hauser. And Reed Danielson breaks it up. And boy, Reed's filled in nicely over there for Tyler Grover. And again, I think that play was more 32 was playing defense, and Reed was the wide receiver once again. So
it's third down and is it third down and 10? Yes.
Third down and 10 here.
Yeah.
Minute and 22 left in the quarter, or in the game actually.
Yeah.
And I would keep an eye on number 22 if I was Chatfield.
Yes.
He's come up with a couple big third down catches. And that's going to be tipped by Dakota Martin. And maybe luckily for that wide receiver, because if Martin doesn't tip it, Jesse Julian's got a beat on him and he might get his bell rung.
Yeah, so it's fourth down. Now, this is a big play right here. Although Pine Island, I think, still has all their timeouts.
They used one.
Okay.
And then
yes.
to stop it after the first down we got on the last play. So
you got to give Pine Island credit. They just kept on coming after it, and they went to an offense that finally got Chatfield worn down, and they weren't able to get any pressure on the quarterback. And there we go. Ooh.
Oh, number 32.
Yeah, that's over.
And that should wrap things up.
Yes.
For Chatfield. And boy, you give Pine Island credit. They made them fight all the way to the end. A lot of teams 1-7 coming into halftime down.
27-7.
27-7. That'd just be, well, it's been fun, guys.
Yep.
Move on to whatever's next. But
got to get into wrestling and basketball.
Wrestling and basketball. So.
Well, we got they came after it. You got to give them credit for that. But Chatfield here was just a little too strong and on the ground game, especially.
Yep. You see, Chatfield needs to play a full 4 quarters. Yes. So does Pine Island. As you're saying, their defense plays the first half like the second half, and maybe they're not down by so much. So.
Yeah, exactly right.
And we'll see here. Pine Island does have 2 timeouts, but I don't know if he's going to call.
Probably not.
Probably not. So,
not
former teammates for the coaches.
Yeah, they're probably not going to.
Probably some mutual respect there, and
let her go. They can stop it, but it doesn't make any difference really.
No. So everybody's played their hearts out. No need to extend, and you always that's when you hate to see an injury.
People
is
get,
when
people
get
those
hurt.
Kinds of things, yeah. But you got to go through the formalities, and I think that's it.
So.
And that'll end it up. Chatfield ends up 42-28.
Well, I think they got 27 seconds. They got to do it one more time, but.
Well, I know, but they're not going to be able to stop it unless they put a timeout in there.
Is it third? Yeah.
It's third down.
So.
Okay, let her go.
Yeah. 4-3.
There you go.
There we go.
Yep.
And good game by both teams.
Yes.
As final score is 42-28, and both teams looked really good at times and looked really bad at others. So for Pine Island, they finished 1-8, and seniors, great job for them. A couple of kids noticed, like McGee and Atkinson, and the quarterback Frick had a good game.
Good job. Yep.
But we'll total up some stats here as Chatfield's going to move on to face the winner of St. Charles and Zumbrota Mazeppa this Saturday. We'll take a break and come back with the final stats.
You're tuned to CCTV Channel 11, the area's sports leader.
And there you see the final score here in the opening round of playoffs. Number 2 seed Chatfield defeats number 7 seeded Pine Island 42-28. And just kind of talking after the game, it was a tale of 2 halves for the most part. Just Chatfield's bad half was a little bit better than Pine Island's bad half. So
yeah, and actually Pine Island really came back after Chatfield, especially in the fourth quarter. If you take a look at the scoring, it was 27-7 at halftime, and Chatfield didn't come out with a lot of enthusiasm. I think that second half, a couple of penalties that really hurt them, especially the first time they got the ball. Pine Island scored in the third quarter with 3:34 to go on a 2-yard run by quarterback Marcus Frick, and the kick by Ben Wernicke was good, and that made it 27-14. And then in the fourth quarter, Chatfield scored with 11:34 to go on a 5-yard TD pass from Nate Scarry to Matt Salerno, and the kick by Scarry was, extra point from Scarry to Salerno for 2 points was good, so that made it 35 or 30.
Yeah, 35-14.
Yeah, 35-14. And then Pine Island came back, scored with 8:09 to go on a 7-yard TD pass. And Pine Island kind of went to they went to the no huddle, 5 receivers set, and the quarterback was running the ball a lot, and then they threw it very seldom, but they were able to get down, and they were helped by a personal foul that got them down in there. And they got a 7-yard TD pass from Marcus Frick to McGee, and the kick by Wernicke was good. And then with 2:47 to go, it was a 1-yard TD run by Marcus Frick, and the kick by Wernicke was good. Well, that was close. That made it 35-28. And then with first play, they tried an onside kick, and the first play from scrimmage, Justin Viss on a 50-yard TD run, and the kick by Salerno was good, and that made the final score of 42-28. But like you said, when we were talking here, Chatfield they just didn't seem to have that same wherewithal. They got a little tired, it looked to me, that no huddle kind of took the wind out of the sails.
They stopped bringing that linebacker and those 3 down defensive linemen, who were also all 3 offensive linemen for us, so they played a lot of minutes. When you're taking on a double team on defense and it's a no huddle, you never catch your breath, and it's hard to get any quarterback pressure. And you just see in the final stats, Frick had a pretty good day passing.
The second half
especially, along with some touchdowns. I'll bring up the team stats there. Points again, Chatfield 42, Pine Island 28. First downs, 16 for Pine Island, Chatfield at 9. So, a lot of big plays on the rushing side for Gophers. It's kind of the difference, as you'll see there. Rushings, 32 carries for 85 yards for Pine Island. And
Chatfield was 41.
It kind of knocked me back, that number. 41 rushes for 358 yards for the Gophers.
Yeah.
Pass completions, 18 for 35 for Pine Island, and they had 249 yards on that. 3 for 4 for the Gophers, and 29 yards. Total net yards, 334 for Pine Island, 387 for Chatfield. So not a great defensive game for either team by any means.
Didn't appear to be, no.
A shootout. And there's the next stat that's really kind of helped Pine Island a little bit too in that second half. Just 2 penalties against Pine Island for 20 yards. Chatfield, 9 penalties, 75 yards.
Wow, that really helps them. Only 1 turnover, too.
You add that 75 yards to the 334 yards, and you lose on the total yards thing.
Yeah.
So turnovers, just the 1 interception by Jesse Julian in the first half, and we kind of alluded to it in the beginning of the game. Pine Island hasn't forced a lot of turnovers on defense this year. Chatfield took care of the ball, and were able to come out with a 42-28 win. Some individual stats and some great games here for 2 Gopher ball carriers. Jake Nice, 26 carries, 257 yards, and I think just the 2 touchdowns in the first half. There, Justin Viss, 8 carries, 116 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Marcus Frick, the quarterback for Pine Island, he had a great game, going 18 for 35 for 249 yards. So some great individual performances by both teams. Another one, that McGee on defense for Pine Island, he was never quitting, made some big plays for them. And but if you're Chatfield now, you're moving on, so you got to forget about the bad things tonight, learn from them. When you play Saturday, you're going to be playing a very good Zumbrota, Mazeppa, or St. Charles team. Whoever we would assume Zumbrota comes out of that game, but whoever wins that game is playing some good football, and it's going to be played here Saturday at 7 o'clock. So
well, I'll tell you what, Chatfield is just going to have to step up and play 4 quarters now. Their first half, they played very well the first half. The second half, Pine Island played better themselves. And like we said, if their defense had played hard that way the whole game, that would have been really a close ball game. And it was close as it ended up. But Chatfield came out with a win. You always like to win that first round in the playoffs and get into the second semifinals.
And hopefully Tyler Grover's injury is okay. Justin Viss was out for a little bit. Everybody heal up by Saturday and, cut down on the penalties.
Yes,
special teams played well. Defense played well, other than a couple, getting tired there down in the fourth quarter. But you gotta
keep
clean it up, play smart, and get ready for another tough game Saturday. So coming up here on CCTV, Chatfield Gopher Volleyball. They host Plainview Elgin Millville Thursday night, and first round of the playoffs for volleyball, and that will air at 12:01. And then 9 a.m. and 7:30 p.m. the next day is with playoffs. You can't air it until 12:01 the next day. So that'll be Brian Berg and Patty Obie for that exciting volleyball. And then Saturday, Chatfield Gophers football versus St. Charles ZM winner. That will air October 30th at 12:01 and 9 a.m. And also that day, if the girls should win against Plainview on Thursday, they will be playing volleyball Saturday up at the Civic Center against
whoever,
yeah. So, and that'll be
then coming up on CCTV, you got the Rochester Yellow Jackets. Craig Mannion will be on the call with that for football versus Mesabi Range, and that's the first round of the state playoffs, I believe.
Okay.
And that's at be aired on October 30th and 31st at 7:30 p.m. And join Alan Latia and Craig Mannihan for that college football game. And tonight, so we want to thank everybody. I want to thank Eric Rain and Joel Young and Tim Hebrink and Russell Smith for all the good work, and Craig Mannihan, the director and producer, down the truck. Like I said, Tim Hebrink, Joel Young, and Russell Smith for their work, and the administrator, and my partner Eric Rain, and myself, Ken Jacobson here. We'll be talking to you on Saturday night.